And Angie back with readings tonight. How are you doing, Angie?
I am good. How are you today?
I am good. You look like
Actually,
you're
I'm not.
warm.
I'm cold.
Are you?
I don't want to cold. I went walking today. I had on my ASU hoodie with it on, tied, and everything, just bundled up, freezing. I do not like the cold at all. I was not pleased in any way.
There's a reason why you left. Why you left Michigan, right?
Definitely. I don't like it.
I hear you. Hello, Guko. First to pop in there. Welcome, Guko. Nice to see you. Rosa, nice to see you as well. And Zena, guys are popping in already. Wonderful to see each of you. Yes, you can be added to the list. Jojo, welcome, welcome, welcome. We missed you the other day, Jojo. You were at one point the topic of our conversation. I'm sure you've been filled in at this point. So, yes, Guko, you can be in the queue. Kina is on board and she is tracking you. Each of you, as you ask for a specific or general reading, make sure if you say specific, you say what that reading will be. Super grandmother's birthday. Does she have any messages
Oh,
for me?
when is it?
Jojo's grandmother's birthday is tomorrow.
Oh, yes, I remember that because it's the 2 days before mine.
Yep. And that was the other thing that I was gonna say is everybody wish Miss Angie a happy birthday, early happy birthday.
Thank you all.
And it's interesting this weekend, Saturday, Angie and I had a surprise and wonderful guest. Two guests we had with lunch on Saturday, and they were JoJo's mom, which is Angel Eyes, and JoJo's sister, which was Creating Balance. And it was quite a wonderful a morning, which lasted far longer than any of us thought it would. We just kept talking and talking and talking, and it was quite wonderful. And and it's interesting because it's one of those things that you extend the invitation and you tell people through town, let us know, we'd like to catch up with you,
And they
and you
did.
never know if they will, but they did, and it paid off well. It was a lot of fun, great conversation. It was good just to get to meet the folks and put a face to a name, a name to a face, all those things in between. So it was quite good. Yeah, it was interesting. So I'm hoping they enjoyed it as much as we did. We just chatted and chatted. At one point, I felt like, oh my gosh, we need to, it's like, how do you have this much information to talk about? But they both have such interesting lives. It was so much fun to listen to them and talk to them. And then I think afterwards when we left, Angie, I think you said you waited.
We stood out there probably
longer.
another 15 or 20 minutes. Yep.
Yeah, it's like, that is amazing. So with that said, yeah, it was nice to do that. And so if you're coming through Phoenix and in advance you're coming through, let us know, and we will try to
show up.
Get together. Absolutely. Who doesn't like food, right? It's like, and also good company.
Right.
So, and I was just trying to find something I had saved on my phone, and of course I can't find it. Oh, here we go.
Ooh.
Let me see if I can get it going.
Is it Oprah?
No. And of course, the phone's not connecting it. Come on. Yeah. Did you see it? Could you hear it?
Some wine. Mm-hmm.
A little Stevie to get things going. A little Stevie Wonder.
Of course.
So that was your birthday wish, and you should be seeing something in the mail sometime soon. It's coming from Miss Shauna. I consigned some jewelry from Miss Shauna to make for you, and so.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited!
Yeah, so she's already put it in the mail, and she sent me pictures of what we created and what she created, and so yeah, it's coming your way. So you should.
Oh, thank you. I'm so excited.
Absolutely. So with that said, we were going to do a celebrity reading first, and
what do you want to do?
I don't know which one are you thinking today?
I don't have anybody in mind. The only song that's been on my mind all week is Justin Bieber. That Ghost song that he's had has been in my head. So he's the only person that's been on. But there's been a lot of people in the news, like Wendy Williams has been in the news because they just canceled her show. Sherry Shepherd's been in the news because she just got the new show. Who else have I seen on TV? Just so many people. Because of what Lizzo was back on there because I think they wanted her to play Ursula in the Little Mermaid, and somebody else got it. So it was a whole bunch of people. I don't know, but whoever you want to do, or whoever feels good to you.
Hey, let's leave it to the audience. Hey, you guys out there, tell us which celebrity you would like to see us do a reading for, and we'll see what you guys, if you come to a consensus. Naturally Von Guidus says Wendy Williams.
Wendy Williams.
Let's see what else somebody says.
Like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't even know what's going on with her. I haven't. R. Kelly. Oh Lord. I don't know that one.
I know her. Hi, Nikki.
Wendy, another
Wendy. That's two for Wendy.
Yeah.
Her story feels so tragic to me. Like, oh my gosh.
Then why don't we just go ahead and do Wendy? How's that?
Okay, that sounds good.
Yeah, I'm so out of touch. I have no idea what's going on with her. Don't tell me though. Don't tell me. Don't want to know. You know.
I'll let you go first because immediately once we decided it was her, I felt like a fiery anger. But like you know how they say Aries are really fiery? I felt like that. That's how I felt like, oh my gosh, she is boiling. But I'll let you go first.
I'm sensing a few things with her. This is what I'm getting. Again, I don't know. You said her show was canceled, but I'm not sure this has anything to do with it. But I'm sensing that she kind of fell off the wagon again, and she's having some issues there, and she's still having some trouble with addictions. And I think that's playing into this. I'm getting the feeling that this is bigger than she thought it was, and it's actually taking more of her energy than she expected or suspected. There is somebody in her life, and I don't think she's married. I'm almost certain she's not married, and I'm almost certain she's single. And there's somebody who is part of her life who is kind of fed into this addiction cycle, and there's somebody close to her, but she doesn't see them as being problematic, and that's a problem in and of itself. I do see though that something's going to happen over the next, like within 3 or 4 months, something's going to happen. It's like a triggering event, and she's going to go through a bit of a downward spiral. I think she's having a downward spiral period that is going to take her to a dark place, and I don't see that changing for another maybe 9 months, 6 to 9 months. And then finally she finds what she needs to correct herself and to get herself together. I think that the way I'm getting it feeling is like she feels that the world's against her, and she wants to use that as the impetus for her problems with her addiction, and that's how she sees that. And but I think that it's gonna take about a year before she really gets her act together. And once she gets her act together, I see her coming back into the public sphere again. I see a book. I see, and I hate to say that, but because it sounds very, but I see her writing a book and talking about her addiction and her repeated, failure with trying to overcome the beast. And, but eventually I see her overcoming it. And then again, a book, and then finally like a recovery tour. And before you know it, she'll be back on TV, back on a show. But it'll have a little different format. I don't see it being the same kind of format. I see her wanting to do more cause-oriented type things, and she'll be more like of an Oprah instead of a sensationalist. Because I'm getting the feeling like, and again, I don't watch her show, so I don't know, but I'm getting this feeling like she wants to be more helpful. She wants to bring more information. She wants to bring more really good quality content. And that's what I'm getting, because I saw Jerry Springer and then I saw Oprah. So it's like she's going from and I don't know her show, but I get the Jerry Springer feel more of, and like this kind of sensationalism type stuff. And she's going to be more focused on people and events and things like Oprah would do. That's what I'm getting.
We are exactly moving in the same direction, because I saw her sitting talking to Iyanla. Like, this is her rebranding opportunity. She goes from being the gossip queen to now I'm healing. Like, I don't think she planned it. I don't feel like this was a planned thing. Like you said, it did spiral. She is not married anymore because she just divorced her longtime companion, because he had a baby with the lady he's had on the side for years.
What?
So I feel like this is her rebranding opportunity. I do feel like she is livid, like, because I feel like she's gonna feel like, how dare Sherri Shepherd do this to her? Like, I don't know what their relationship is, but I feel like she's gonna be like, you were my good friend, how dare you? And then again, she may be like, I just wish you the best and go along with it. But I do feel like, isn't there a show called Sober House or something? Like, I feel like maybe she might go on there, or she may, I sincerely see her like sitting on the couch with Iyanla talking, and it being on TV, like a big to do, or like a couple episodes. Like, Wendy wouldn't be just one episode. I feel like it would be a series of episodes. I feel like she's going to reach out to people who she has not reached out to before, like in a different way, to be like, okay, I want to change who I am. I want to be this, I want to be that. But I do feel like it's going to be a while. I see a 2023. Like, I don't see any of this happening now. Like, maybe the start of it will start coming in next year. But I definitely see like Sober House. Let's deal with addiction. Let's heal family issues. She definitely is going to somewhat go away from the gossip stuff and be more of a loving, energy, and people are going to be kind of shocked. She's still going to have that edge, and she's still going to have that, tell it like it is spirit, but she's not going to be the gossip queen. She's going to be a totally different energy, like ushering in that whole, how they say that Aquarian energy. She's going to be that new energy, and she's going to love it. And that's just going to be how she's going to kind of settle out her life. Like, she's had a lot of loss. I think her mom died in the last couple years, and she's just had a rocky situation, and there was some addiction things, and she's been very honest about that. Like, she has a movie that was on Lifetime, I think, where she told her whole story, and she talked about how she was leaving her husband. So the whole story's been out there, but I do think this is going to be her rebranding. I do think there will be a book, definitely. And then, like, I feel like a series of workshops, like a live tour. Like, she's going to take this opportunity to be the brand new and improved Wendy, and we are going to love her more than we did before.
Interesting. So is Sherri Shepherd somehow taking over? Is that what you're saying? I don't
Yes.
know.
Okay. So for the last about probably 6 or 8 months or so, they've been had guests filling in, because I think they said it was health issues, and so she had someone to fill in for the end of the season, and then when the new season was supposed to start, I think like in the fall of last year or early this year, she didn't come back, and so they had all these different guests. But Sherri Shepherd, who used to be on The View also, she filled in a lot. Like, she did multiple times, and she's hosted, I think, probably more than most of the people who have been on there. And so the news that came out all this week has just been over and over and over again. Wendy Williams canceled, Sherri Shepherd coming in, and then now the producer that's usually behind the scenes that talks to Wendy all the time, he was like, oh, I want to thank Wendy for this, and welcome Sherri in. And so it's been a big to-do about the changeover. They officially canceled the Wendy Williams show, and then Sherri Shepherd show will replace it in that time slot. So
Okay. Well, thanks for the update. I'm so out of touch with all this. I don't know.
So I see it all on like IG. Like, I subscribe to TMZ and the Shade Room and all that, and so they all post all that. And so I just kind of look at the headlines to keep it. But yeah. Yeah, it's sad. Like, she wasn't always the best person, when she talked about people on TV, but she told it like it was. She was truthful and honest, and not everybody liked that. She gave her direct opinion about something, and she thought something was this or she thought something was that. She would
Mhm.
always come back and say, well, you know what? Maybe I changed my mind or whatever. But she was real about whatever she said, and a lot of people didn't like that, or just, I guess, some of the things she did behind the scenes. But it was pretty entertaining from what I would see when I would watch
Mhm.
it.
Well, super. Well, Wendy, hopefully, if you're watching, there'll be some good news in all that we saw. I think that there's a journey you're on, so I think that that is what is needed. But it sounds like we both see this turning out to be a good thing in the end, ultimately for her. So blessings and prayers to Wendy and working with her issues. And Lord knows it's not an easy thing for those people who've done that road before, or have family members who've done that road before. It is it can be an endless cycle, So
Yeah.
it is nothing to,
Well, I think she had been pretty sober for a while, and then with the divorce and the baby coming out with her husband and his other lady, like that was a huge catalyst for it all. But I think that any one of those events are catastrophic on their own, like a divorce, your husband cheating on you, or any of those things, and to have to deal with them all and addiction is a lot. So I
yeah,
totally see the spiral, and it could be any of us.
yeah. I don't wish it on not that I have enemies, but if I had enemies, or at least I don't know if I have them anyway. If I did,
Well, I mean, I do have a list.
yeah, but I wouldn't wish that on. I wouldn't wish that on my enemies either, because it's just one of those things, It's like it's a bad way to go. I've seen so many good people go down that rabbit hole, and I just watch them thinking, wow, wow, and they're not open to reason, because they're so, again, they're so blurred by their next fix or whatever. It's unfortunate.
Mhm, mhm.
So now that I brought everybody down totally,
It's
let's get
okay.
the energy
And let's
up.
make a couple announcements as Keena is making them. Please, when you ask to be put in the queue, tell her whether you want general or specific. If you want specific, please let her know what your question is. Please be patient with her. She will let you know if she got your question or not. And please do not badger her like, what number am I? Where am I in the queue? Blah, 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 blah. She will get to you. She will let you know. She is working on it. She is working from, again, was it 6 different platforms? So there's a lot going on. So
There's a lot. Yeah, it's two, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 platforms.
did you see that Twitch went live? I didn't get an announcement that Twitch went live.
Oh, I don't get it. I don't see the announcement, so I don't know.
I didn't get it. I don't see that you're on Twitch because that's usually where Guko and all of them find you, but maybe they
Who
are.
goes here? Who goes here?
She's here. Okay, so maybe
Yeah.
they are. I didn't see the little Twitch symbol, and they didn't give me a. How dare they not give me a alert?
Yeah, no, I see Twitch. There's 3 Twitches here.
Okay, good. Okay,
There's
yes, I see them now, but I didn't get an alert. How dare they?
That's it. They're fired.
Right, like I need to know every time you're live, even if I'm on the live. I need to know that they are actually telling me that you're live.
Somebody else just posted, creating balance, said, yes, you are on Twitch.
Okay,
And
good.
that's
There we
my God said she's on Twitch. So
go. Okay,
we're good.
perfect.
So with that said, we do have our first reading up, and our first reading is Rosa. And is it spirit or my doctor that's going to push the issue for me to leave my teaching job by May for better? The coworkers, kids, parents, place is continuing to make me sick physically and mentally.
This is just a general question, not from spirit. Why do they have to force you to leave if you don't feel good and they're making you physically and mentally sick? Why don't you just make the decision to leave? Um, I don't see like your doctor can't force you to leave. He can suggest that you leave. When I ask, I don't hear. That's what I when I ask, is your doctor going to make you leave? I hear resoundingly, he can't make you leave. He can suggest that you take some time off, but he cannot make you leave your job. Your job can ask you to take some time off, or they can release you, but um, spirit can make you. Believe me, I know they can. Um, I keep hearing it's a choice. I don't hear that either of them are going to force you. It's a choice that you have to make. I I don't get any indication that anyone is going to force. Like I keep seeing no force, and then I keep hearing choice. You have to make the choice to leave this situation. I don't feel like anybody's going to make you, like they're going to present all the information to you and you decide. But I don't see anyone pushing you to go or making you go. Like they'll just present all the information and tell you what your best options are, but it's ultimately your choice. So I don't hear from my guides or anybody that they are going to push you to go.
My question in my question about your question is that, are you implying that the doctor or spirit, either one, are having this impact on you to kind of send you a message? And if that is the question you're asking, because again, it says, is spirit or my doctor that's going to push the issue for me to leave my job? And it's, again, coworkers, kids, whatever, is continuing to make me sick physically and mentally. Again, the way I read that is your implication is it spirit that is throwing these things up or making these things come to, and if that's the case, the one thing that definitely clearly comes to mind is that spirit is not does not have any input on your wellness and your illnesses and those kind of things. I mean, if you're having issues, if anything, spirit may be talking to you, but they're not having any, they're not making the illnesses, they're not making these issues pop up. Now, if you're asking if the doctor or spirit is giving you notices and warnings, I think by asking your question, you yourself already know an answer to where you're headed with that. The question is are you ready? And that to me, and this is not the psychics, this has nothing to do with psychic. This is my just trying to figure out where you're at with this. And again, but usually when somebody asks such a question like this, it's the question is, are you ready for that termination, that opportunity to bring it to an end? And so, Rosa, when you ask a question like that, I would suggest that you look into yourself and say, am I ready to be done, or am I not ready to be done? The question is also, will next year be the same this year? Well, this year was a strange year. The last year was a strange year. Next year may be another strange year, but next year may also bring a very different positive change. So with that said, I'm guessing this is this is nothing psychic. This is just me trying to analyze a question. And that's the lawyer in me. I can't help it. It just sometimes I'm like, what? So what I'm saying is that if your question is more to the point is, will my health not allow me to return next year? Let's go with that, and I'll explore that one. How's that? Because I'm going to reword your question. I hope that maybe that will help then. So, will my health allow me, or will the situation allow me to be able to deal with these things? So, with that said, let me see what I can say in the cards, because I'm not getting much otherwise, because I was so damn analytical that I didn't get out of my ego brain, as they say. I see Nine of Cups, the Nine of Cups. When you see the Nine of Cups, it's like this is an inventory. Again, take an inventory, figure out again what you want, where you want to be, how you want to be. But usually the Nine of Cups tells you a cycle is coming to an end, and it looks like you've enjoyed teaching for a long time, and that's the 9. But usually, again, the 9 is close to a 10, which means the conclusion of something. So do not be surprised if indeed this is your last year. The Wheel of Fortune's here. So the Wheel of Fortune said you still have control. You have choice. You have ultimate control. You have to make that decision. But I wouldn't be surprised, again, with that 9 telling you that the cycle is coming to an end. And this is telling you something new is coming to you. So I would see that. I would not be surprised if, again, this is your last year to teach. This is your last year to teach in a classroom, I'll put it that way. And then choices come to you. And then ultimately, again, something new that will help you to move forward. So I see you doing something new, and something's going to actually pay you even more, and the page is going to bring you news. So you're going to get news of this new opportunity soon. But yeah, see this, the 10, that means the cycle is complete. The work is done, and this is your work because it's the wands. So with the wands being there and the 10, that's telling you cycle is complete. I do not see you teaching next year in a classroom setting. But not me, the cards. The cards don't see you doing that. Yeah, and it's interesting because focus on the destination and the journey.
So I'm reading the comments. It says, I'm ready, but I'm wanting a new job to come in soon. So basically, is the real question that you want to know, is a new job coming? Is that what you wanted to know? That'll help you decide to leave. So you want to know if Spirit is going to tell you a new job is coming in. That's exactly what Don just said. A new opportunity is coming for you to go.
Damn, I'm game.
Yeah. She said it will be her last semester, just trying to stay positive to hear news that is coming. Okay, I get it. So you wanted to know if a new job was coming, and so not pushing you out, but allowing you an opportunity to move to a new career. Yes.
Yeah, no, I see you will be moving on. I don't, whether you feel pushed out or whether I see you moving on, and I see that this will be the last year in the teaching in-class teaching profession. I'll put it that way. But I'm not seeing, the interesting thing is I didn't do it. I didn't ask the question. So maybe I should have. It's saying, is your next position going to still be education related? And generally speaking, if I were to not even do psychic stuff, generally speaking, since you are trained in that field for so long, it would make sense that you would do something that is probably education related, but not in the classroom. Anything else you had there, Angie?
When she said that, she said, do we see a month? I don't. Oh. Now I hear June, but I see that. Is there something that you personally like? Like, I feel like your next job is something that you personally want to do or that you like doing that won't be so restrictive. You want more autonomy in like your hours, your time, what you teach, what you do, what kind of how you make your money. That's what I see. Like, that's what your next job is going to be, but it doesn't seem to be like, if it's teaching, it doesn't seem to be that. Like, I see like cooking or crafting or something totally different than what you're doing. Like, I don't feel like you want to be in that arena anymore, but I feel like it's also to do with um like like the pandemic and COVID. You're like, I just don't want to be around people like that. I don't want to be, you know, exposed in that way, is how I feel like that's your mindset now. And so whatever you're doing, you want it to be where you don't have to be in touch with the public so much. Like, you can do this and send out whatever your she said, my art, craft, therapeutic at home. Okay. So yes, I feel like you wanted a home business, like you wanted to do something where you send it out, but you don't have to touch people, or you don't have to interact with people, and you could be behind the scenes. So yes, I do see that, and I see June clearly. Like, I see the word June going across, but that would be the end of the school year also. So, or May or June, depending on what area of the country you're in, would be the end of the school year. And so then that will give you time to start your new endeavor over the summer and then decide if you want to go back to the classroom, is how I see it. But I do see like it being more of a fun thing that you enjoy doing.
Super. Well, hopefully that helps you. And keep us in touch, keep us informed. Let us know how things progress, and hopefully something good. Zena, we are waiting for a specific question from you. Here we go. It just popped up.
She just put it. Yeah.
Good timing there. So, and her question is Stephen really going to be with
Be with me.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. In the future, like me be his wife? Thank you. Specific question.
Is Stephen the shy guy that we were talking about last week? Because this, I remember the name, Maldonado. I think he's the shy guy who hasn't said anything. If I understand that correctly. I feel like he likes your spice, like he likes your attitude, like he likes that you're a take charge person. She said, no, it's her baby daddy. No, this is her baby daddy. Well, the energy that I get from this person, this Steven person, because that's who I asked about, is that he likes your spicy energy, like your all that passion, all that fire that you bring, like how you just pop off, how you seem to be very forthcoming. You don't hold back. Like, and that way he can allow you to be the fire and he can be like the ice or the enforcer. Like, you set it up or you get it started or you take charge and then he's back there to support. Do I see long term? Honestly, I hear no, and they're showing me the 6 of Cups as if you're reminiscing in a time where you're maybe not dating someone. I think that you get tired of his shyness or him not being so confrontational, or him not being as fiery as you are. Like you really like somebody who brings it, and I don't see that he does that. Like, I feel like you get bored or you're like, oh, I want to move on, or you want something new. I don't see it as a long term for Steven. That's it. But I feel like he does like you, or actually the word, when I said like, they said love. So I feel like he does love you, but I feel like you get bored with him and you want to, you're like, I want something else, or like you walk away and then you come back and then you walk away and then I don't feel like he's running. I feel like you're leaving because you get bored or fed up, or you want more drama. Drama, that's the word I want to say.
Take your drama for your mama. Oh, Zena.
And I do get bored and I do want someone else. Yeah. So it's just like, I don't feel like he's gonna deny you, but you're not going to long term. But I do feel like you will meet someone who is gonna be there. And as I said there, I feel like they have like curly hair, thick curly hair. They're taller than you, so they look down, like not look down on you, but you're not eye to eye with them, so they look down, and that you like that they have the more aggressive power over you, kind of thing. That's what you want. Like, you want somebody to kind of, and not necessarily put you in your place, but to match your fire is how you want it. It's how I see it.
I like that. As for me, it's short and sweet. Nada. Sorry, this isn't the one. You'll be with him in a while. There'll be a journey with you together in each other's lives, but this isn't love. This is just that connection, that relationship, not love. It's not going to be there. Short and sweet. Sorry, Charlie. Oh, Lord. You know me, and I do love those love readings. Looking forward to every one of them.
The highlight of my day. Listen, I told Samuel, I said, look, can you make me be softer on the readings, like, so I'm not so, and we'll see.
Yes. Next is, hopefully it helped you, Zena. Again, sorry.
She said yes, thank you. And she said that she does like someone taller, and she does get bored. So yes.
Yes. And next is Guko. Hello, Guko. Hello. And Guko's question is, I want to know how my next week will be. Will I have excellent results? Advice to get by. Are you talking excellent results as exam, as in something about school or something? What is excellent results? Give us a little indication.
I immediately heard test, so.
Oh, there's 2 Lisas, by the way, moderator. Oh, interesting. Very good. Creating balance, said that's what we enjoy about you, Angie.
How much I love a love reading.
He said, I just hope to pass.
Oh, she just hopes to pass. Okay, so so when I read the question, I heard test, I heard yes. I feel like you left whatever the test was with anxiety, but during the test, I feel like you didn't have any issues. Like it was easy to you. like the information seemed second nature, but you were just wondering, like, what could it have been that easy? Could it have been, like, or were you right because it was so, you were so on point? You felt like you were so on point, but I feel like, yes, it will be good. They're showing me the 7 of Pentacles, and the one that they're showing me is the one in the Light Seers tarot, this deck here. And it's the one where it's kind of like a watch, and then the roots are in the ground and it's just now sprouting up. So this is the fruits of your labor. This is you working hard and getting what you have been waiting on. So 7 of Pentacles to me is growth. It is, yes, it is you finally getting your due for all the hard work that you've been putting in. And then I also see like then it progresses to the 8 of Pentacles, where you're sitting and you're still working. Like, okay, I'm in, but now I got to master that next thing. Like, this is the next challenge. I have to make sure I'm on it. Like, I got in, but I still have to master it. I still feel like I have things. Like, you're a fan of learning. You really like to know new things, learn new things, and it's a challenge to you. And this seems to be something that you were ready for, and whatever it is. I hear the word move. So will this spark your move also? I hear move, like this will help you make that decision to go ahead and move, or this was like step 1 in the journey, because I see journey, I hear step 1. So this is step 1 in the journey to get you to moving to where you need to be. So I feel like you are very much on your way.
I had cards, Guko. But at the same time, the one thing that I felt was very positive energy as soon as the question came up, for one, but positive energy in general. So I think you're going to be happy with what you get. I think I don't see anything different than what Angie saw, which is good. And look at this. Yeah, look at that. You're the Queen of Wands. You're in control. You're in control. So you've got this. You've got this. Don't worry. You've got this. Just lay back and enjoy the week. That's what I'm seeing. Hopefully I helped you, Guko. Hopefully you got information you're looking for. And again, I think your week's going to be good. You're going to be fine. I really do believe it. And that makes me happy, because we have a special place in our heart for Guko, one of our first from way back when. Next is Jojo. And Jojo's question is a specific one. And Jojo's question is that tomorrow is my grandmother's birthday. Does she have any messages for me? She was a very important person in my life. This is on your father's side, right, Jojo?
Initially, I heard something like, yes, baby, like the way that our grandmother would say it. But then I saw someone like sitting in a chair, and like a little girl at her, like sitting on the floor or at her feet, or, would be like laying on your head on her lap. Then I was reminded, the 19th was my dad's birthday, and I thought, oh, maybe I'll get a dream, or maybe I'll get, and I get nothing. So maybe he'll come this week on my birthday. So that's just to say, you may not specifically get a message from them, but there'll be a memory that'll maybe help you move along, because that's what happened to me. I didn't get a specific message or dream, but I got a memory that helped me move along. I don't get an energy right now from your grandmother. Nothing that I can feel. Like they're kind of showing me like the Queen of Wands, so that nurturing spirit, but I don't get a connection to a deceased person. I don't get a specific message. So I'll let Don go, but I'm not connected in any way. I don't see anything, but just that there's a nurturing.
Yeah, I'm not. I thought I was feeling something. It's not really energy. I mean, I'm kind of in my own club, and that's
So
not.
I'm also hearing like a Marilyn, Mary, like somewhere along that lines, Marilyn, Mary, some like along those lines. Like I don't always hear names correctly, so I hear like Mare, like that Mare sound, Marilyn, Mare, something along that lines, Marianne, Marilyn, Mary, something along that M sound is kind of how I hear it. But I don't get a Mary. Who said Mary? Edith. No, I don't hear that at all. Um, yeah, I don't get an energy that she is in the presence here, but that's just maybe she's not ready to come to us, or she could come to you. But I don't get that there is a presence. I don't receive anything from her for
Yeah.
you.
The only thing that I was hearing in the back of my head was abuelita, but which is a very specific kind of thing. But abuelita, and yeah, that's I'm not getting her energy, but I'm gonna do something with the cards and see if maybe something happens there as well. But
I am. Oh, go
go ahead.
ahead.
Go ahead.
I see, like when I read your question that says I ask her for guidance all the time, I see that maybe they want you to write to her. I feel like when you like speak to her or try to in your prayers or however you're trying to do it, like vocally or in your mind, there's a desperation. There's a please, 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 say something to me, and you're trying really intently. I feel like, and the way that they're saying it to me is if you write, you'll be less conscious of of the desire, and you're just writing. You're just kind of getting it out, and it's just free, and you're letting the pen flow, and you're just letting that's kind of like a therapy to you. So I feel like if you write it, you'll be lost in the writing, and you'll receive better than the way that you're doing it. Because the way they show it to me is that you're just like, oh my gosh, like you really want this information, and you're really praying really hard, and you're really trying hard to concentrate. And all of that is blocking the natural flow. So if you would just write, I feel like you would get more in tune. And again, that's how I brought my cousin in. I wrote to him in my journal over and over and over again. Like I missed him as much as you probably miss your grandmother. Like I totally missed him. And so I would just write Dear Waddell in my journal and it took a couple weeks or so of me writing, and I put his obituary in the back of the journal that I write in, and then he showed up. And so it was just me telling him how my day was, like, oh, I did this, I did that, I did that. And so it was just me talking to him in letter form, but I was out of the emotion and the sadness of, oh my gosh, I miss you, I wish. And it was just me telling him a story like I normally do.
Now, one thing also, Jojo, to keep in mind is that if your grandmother was someone who was very giving, very caring, and very much focused on everybody else and not themselves, that generally speaking, they may not come in on their birthday because they don't focus on themselves in that sense. They'll come in on your significant days. So when you need them most, when it's your birthday, when it's maybe an anniversary of a death, or something like that, those things are more. Those things are something you would find more often. And again, because they don't think of themselves, so they will not put themselves in a situation where I want to be glorified, I want to be celebrated. Now, if she was somebody who enjoyed being celebrated, who wanted the attention, well, then that would make sense. But again, if she is somebody who did not search for the limelight, did not search for all this, the notoriety, and she's just kind of a humble person that lived on, then she will show up in your significant days because she wants to show you that she's there for you, and not you being there for her when she wants to come through. You see what I'm saying? So it's one of those flip the script things. So just keep that in mind. So don't be surprised if she shows up on your birthday, on your kids' birthdays, on anniversaries, on anniversaries of deaths. that are significant, those kind of things, or when you are hurting and really need it the most. And generally speaking, when she comes through, do not be surprised if it's going to be a sense memory, because she's going to make a sense memory for you. And it's going to, the one thing I do feel is that she does something with food, and there's something that you'll smell uniquely that she did with food that you'll say, oh, that's who that is, because that smell was very unique to something she did. So don't be surprised if it's a sense memory to the smell.
When you said on significant times when she need her, I heard court. Like, and then it showed that like maybe you were hesitant to walk forward or to go through a door or to do something, and like she's just a gentle push in your back, and then you just take your step forward. It's like sometimes maybe you hesitate and then you need to take a deep breath, and then she's there. She pushes you on your back to push you forward. She's a quiet energy, and I don't feel like she would just show up on your birthday, because I remember asking, like, I had aunts that came in. Now I have an aunt that came in on her birthday specifically, and she was not playing. But when I asked her where was our grandmother, like, oh, will she come? She said she don't have time to come down here. She's busy. And what that meant was she was busy behind the scenes doing things. And so when other people would bring her up in mediumship, they would say, she's laying out a yellow brick road. She knows that you need this. She knows that you did that. So she works behind the scenes. She didn't come. When she finally came, she was about the business. And that's because I was being so stubborn. And she was like, listen, that's how she came. So it may be that she is that quiet energy and she's doing things behind the scenes, and she's making, moves for you back there and supporting you in other ways that she may just not come that way. But again, I would try the writing thing, because they are clearly showing like this, writing out, and it being a less stressful way for you to get out your feelings.
Well, super. Hopefully, I hope we didn't have the connection tonight. Have been able to offer that, but maybe at another time. So, with that said, let's take a peek at the next person in line, and that person is, drum roll, please. Hello, general reading for hello.
Okay. I see you at the edge of a cliff, a very tall cliff. Like I feel like you're in California or Forks. I don't know if you watched the Twilight series, and in one of the movies, I think it was Eclipse or New Moon, they went cliff diving, and Bella saw that as a way to get, oh gosh, what is his name? Edward to come back by doing something dangerous. So I feel like you're at the edge of a cliff, but then I also see the Fool card, like you're about to jump into something, and whatever it is, it's good. To me, the Fool card, in this sense that they're showing it to me, seems to be a good thing, because there's sunshine, it's bright. And so whatever you're about to jump into seems to be a good thing, a positive thing, something that you, that will make you happy, that will give you success. But I do see you like right at the edge, ready to jump off or take off into this. Like I don't feel like it's a relationship. I do feel like it's a career move. Like there's something new that you're going to do, and you're just like, to hell with it. I'm just going to go ahead and do it, and see where it lands me. This is something new. This is something totally different than what you've ever done. So I feel like that is the energy that I'm seeing you in, like just jumping off like the Fool card into whatever it is, but it being a good thing, and like you being floated along on I don't want to say sunshine, but you know what I'm saying? You being supported and able to fly. Like you jumped off, and like, if I fly, I fly. If I fall, I fall. And that's kind of how it is. But they show me you soaring and you taking off, and this being something totally different than what you normally would do is how I see it.
Let me go to the card. Let me go to the cards. What's in the cards? What do we see in the cards? Tell me, what's the cards say? Let's go with the cards. Welcome in, Bonnie. Good to see you. I texted you because I wasn't sure whether I'd be able to say it, but I'm saying it. Good to see you. Good to see you. For those who don't know, Bonnie is one of the members of our Monday night group, and she has some wicked skills too. And so it's always when she comes into a room, she brings energy with her. We love it. We love it. We love it. Let's see. News coming in. Be prepared. Got the news coming in, which Angie told you about. Oh wow, it's interesting because it's news about. It's going to bring something about money and work. So again, you're right there on that. Right on that, Angie. Bringing closure, because again, bringing closure to something and opening something new. That's what you talked about, being on that cliff. So don't be surprised if you get some news about a job or an opportunity or something. So it's going to be there, which is love it. And then of course the Empress card. That's that new energy. That's that new nurturing, fertile energy that brings all kinds of new energy. So it looks like maybe a new opportunity, a new job, a new prospect for a new job, or something is changing big time around your job. Maybe a promotion, raise, but I don't think it's a raise or promotion. I think it's actually a new job, because I see something beyond, and it's not, and that would, the cards would say something a little differently, because they would constrain you to the same employer, and that's not the energy I got. And so I'm thinking something big. And again, on the bottom, the Death card, change is coming. So again, change of employer, change.
I feel like it's some like when you start talking about the employer and like, oh, it's a new engine. I heard like mechanical or something to do with your hands, or something that you would enjoy, something different than corporate. Like, it doesn't feel corporate to me.
Hey, Angel Eyes, I didn't see you pop in there.
And yes, I am loving my cup. She says Angie is loving her new cup. I am. Don got me a new Sonoran Mystic Tarot cup, and my son is not allowed to touch it.
Just spiritually speaking.
I'm just spiritually speaking cup, and my son is not allowed to touch it at all.
Yes, Angel Eyes, we were talking about you guys earlier and how much we enjoyed the breakfast. It was such a wonderful thing, and I'm glad you found time in your schedule for us. It was nice. It was wonderful. So, and Bonnie wanted to know, how long is the list? I don't know exactly, Bonnie. I think
I saw 15 or 16 on the list.
15 or 16.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So.
And we're on number 4.
Hey, we're moving along.
We're moving along.
Well, we're moving on up.
We are.
Yeah, that was number 5.
Listen, I pulled cards for myself today, and they told me that news was coming in about a new opportunity. So Oprah or Wendy or somebody better pop in on this live and tell us that they got a new opportunity for us, because I'm tired of the cards telling me that it's going to happen, and it has not happened. And I said specifically today. And they were like, oh, good news. So listen, somebody. Invite me to your show. I'll even come and start your comedy show off. Just let me come. I'll do it.
Exactly. You'll get the audience warmed up, right?
Hey.
Next in line is Meryl. And Meryl's question is, hi, may I know if there is a romantic future with me and Anton?
I immediately heard brother. Is he like a brother to you, like a person who's been, wow. I definitely heard the word brother, like someone who would be a big brother, a shoulder to cry on. I did not get a romantic. I hear the word platonic. I see the word platonic. I feel like it's kind of like that hero kind of syndrome, that I kind of feel like maybe he was there for you during tough times, and you are now like, oh, looking at him glossy eyes because he rescued you. He feels more like a brother. He does not feel romantic to me. And I immediately heard that when I read your question. So when they pop it like that, I kind of go with what they're saying. And I just feel like he does love you, but I don't feel like he loves you in a romantic way. And I don't know if you guys have ever dated or tried, but it feels more of a nurturing big brother feel. Like they're actually showing me the picture of my little brother who thinks he's my big brother.
The first card I got was the Hermit. And the Hermit is that internalized feeling. So again, it's something you feel, but I don't think it's something that they feel, because again, it's your energy, your feeling. Second card, not good. So nope, don't see it. This is the card of Heartache, heartbreak. If you've put a lot of energy and emotion to it, it's not going to go anywhere. So unfortunately, no, I don't see this. I don't see this happening. I see you being. I see you. There are options and opportunities coming your way. Again, if you look at the wand has some energy there. You have the flower, the sunflower, and so there are some, but this is not the one. There is something else. There is someone else, but this isn't the one.
Spirit is telling me to ask if he has a friend. Like, I don't feel like you and him, but does he have a friend that you may like, or who likes you, or something like that? They were very specific. Ask her if he has a friend. So maybe the friend would be the person, but definitely not Anton. That's all I get.
Okay, I was waiting to see this.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So while we wait for them to see about the friend and see if maybe there's a friend connection there. Boy, wouldn't that make things spicy, huh? Woohoo! Sometimes people don't like that so much. It's like, wait a minute, what you doing with my friend? But yeah, I think that. Oh, interesting. Got it. Okay, that's what they said. Okay. So
is there a friend? Like, we all want to know.
inquiring minds want to know. Look at Wendy Williams over there. You're ready to spill
Wendy, I got your back. I'm here.
Can we talk?
Right.
What did she say? She does something else, though. She does something else, doesn't she?
How you doing?
How you doing? There you go. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Because I saw that in one of the skits on Saturday Night Live too, and they were doing that, and they're like they keep bending their hand down. They're doing this or something.
Yeah.
Interesting. Next is Divinely Guided. And Divinely Guided's question is general reading, please.
I'm getting a lot of symbols. I'm getting the at symbol, like, you know how it's the at symbol, but I'm getting it like we're gonna meet you where you're at, like location. Spirit is going to meet you where you're at. But then the vision started off as all black. It was everything black, and then everybody had on black. Okay. I wanted to say this was a tanning booth or a tanning bed, but it is not a tanning bed. And I see you looking down into the not tanning bed, if you understand what I'm saying. They're showing me very distinctly what it looks like. It's a light brown, it looks very much like the wood of a tree. So it's light brown, it's glossy. The inside is a very light tan color. There appears to be a male in the not tanning bed, and I feel you laying your hand on this person and speaking, and everybody is, or your word is that you're happy that they're at peace, is what I see. So, but then they take me back to Spirit is coming to where you are, the at symbol. We're coming to where you're at to bring you this, whatever it is that you need. Oh, that's it. I'm sorry. Oh, do I have to say that's it? Like we're on a walkie-talkie. Over. I'm done.
I was like, okay, is there something else coming in? Are we receiving? It's like, let's put a flashing light. Beep, 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 beep. Done. Beep, beep. Oh my goodness. I got the Page of Wands, so I got some news coming in for you. Some news coming in. It's interesting because Page of Wands is usually news about a job, but it also could be news about a development, news about the development of something developing, something coming in, something that's not necessarily a job, but something that is work or is an avocation or something like that. So you got news coming in. I see the world. I mean, the Wheel of Fortune card. The Wheel of Fortune card is the second time we've seen it tonight, which is interesting. But the Wheel of Fortune card is again is saying that you're in control and that you can spin the wheel and so forth. Again, the good part is you're going to rise above. You're moving forward and you're rising above. You're getting beyond this. Apparently, from what now I'm getting something wise here is that you've been dealing with some mess and some turmoil and some questions, and it's kind of like spinning around and buzzing it around. But you're kind of coming up with the right answers. The answers are finally coming through to you. And again, you've had a situation where you didn't have all the answers. The information was curious to you, but you keep planting the seeds. You keep working on cultivating and making sure you're moving forward, because the moving forward is important. And so I'm seeing the again, appreciating the facts you've done. You've got more work to do. You have more things in front of you, but it seems like you're getting news. And again, change is coming. Change again. Spin the wheel. The Wheel of Fortune is saying, spin the wheel, and that's where you're headed. So in other words, you're in more control than you think. What do you have? Anything else, Angie?
No, no, that was it. And it was very quick, and it was but it was peace. Like the overall message of it was peaceful. Like, and then I heard 1, 2, 3. So I don't know if that means something to you. 1, 2, 3. I know your birthday's 302. So I don't know what 1, 2, 3 means to you, but they distinctly showed me the number 1, the number 2, and the number 3. But this event it brings about peace. It also opens up discussion. And the word that they said was family discussion.
Super. Hopefully. And with that said, we will move on to our next reading, and that is Lisa Cat. What's coming from me in love?
Oh, Lisa Cat, what's coming from me in love?
There you go.
Okay. I immediately see that you're in a dark cave, and they show me the 3 of Swords, like you have a fresh heartbreak, and you're still in the cave, afraid to walk out of the like. This seems like it was a long-term relationship, or like I don't feel like this was something that was less than a year, but the breakup seems fresh. Because when they show me the 3 of Swords, the blood is still pouring from the wounds. You're still in that cave. I hear isolation, I hear hermit, and I hear it's okay. This cave is your cocoon. This darkness that you're in seems to be your cocoon, and you're looking out and you're wanting to go into the sunshine, but you're not totally healed. Like, that's why the blood is still pouring. You still haven't healed. And even if you take the swords out, you're not ready. I feel like you are aware that you need to heal, but you also see that it's sunshine out there and you want to play in the sunshine. So you're kind of like outside, but I'm safe inside. And so the way that they're telling me is not right now. Like, I don't feel like right now. And I don't feel like this year. I feel like it'll be a lot of self-reflection, a lot of getting to know you, a lot of hanging out with friends, and a lot of fun times, but I don't feel like relationship fun times. I don't hear that it'll be this year at all. And thank you, Sherry Berry.
Yeah, I think you can. I don't know. I'm feeling the fact that I'm feeling this. There's something. What I'm getting is this. And I'm trying to figure out a better way to put it, but this is what I'm getting. is that you feel like for some reason you feel like you have to be in a relationship, but you also know that you're not right now ready for a relationship. And so you're kind of like caught between what I should do versus what I know I need to do. And you need to listen to the inner voice that's telling you not right now. You need to spend some time understanding what it is to be single, what you can gain from being single, and most importantly, what you can bring to a relationship. Because if you want to, when you enter a relationship, if you want to be in a good relationship, a healthy relationship, then you have to know what it is you can bring to the relationship and make sure that when you find the right person, that's what they want. Because again, you have a track record of picking the wrong person, and you have a track record of picking the person that you know is going to wind up in failure. So it's like subconsciously part of you picks them because you know that, oh, this won't go anywhere, and then I can at least have the opportunity. It's just like you're not ready. It's like you've been through a period where you really weren't ready to settle down. You were just ready to be settled for a little while. But again, now you're getting to a different phase in your life. And so I'm sensing that, again, this is the time you really need to be single and spend some time understanding what it is you bring to a relationship, what it is you want from a relationship. And that is going to help you. Now, again, you're going to be seeing a few people down the road, but I don't see anything serious for quite a while to come. I'm seeing like mid next year before something really, really pops and it's like the right one. And there are some, there is one, and I hate to say this, Lisa, but there is one that's coming in a few months that you're going to date for a few weeks. And this one's going to be a real unique person. And it's like, I don't even know I'll leave it up to you, but you'll know when it is after you've gone through it. And it's again, a 3 to 4 week thing. You're going to come back to us and tell us, now I understand why you were giving me that look of, because this one's a real character, but you're going to fall for it. You're going to fall for it. Unfortunately.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Exactly. Go back. The edge is near. Go back. The edge is near. Oh my goodness. Next in line, hopefully it helps you, Lisa Cat. Sorry we didn't have better news for you. But again, be patient and work on yourself. Get that self-love going. You gotta figure out what makes you the better person in a relationship. With that, next one is Remen. I'm going to call Rem. Hey, Rem, it's your turn.
Let me say this, Lisa. Don't call me out. I'm working on my face. I really am. Don't call me out. I'm trying.
And the next one is Rem, and Rem's question is, what happened to his question? Where's the rest of it? Did I just cut off my own question there? Sorry, Rem. I'm getting there. What did I miss?
Will I qualify for this academic scholarship I'm aiming for? How are my chances looking? Okay, so I read this question when you first put it in the chat, and I heard yes. You are very qualified for it. I feel like you're in the top 3. Like I see 1, 2, 3, and I feel like you're in the top 3 of the choices. I feel like it's a great opportunity for you. And I feel like like you're excited because this is new, this is joy, this is I feel like it's going to be a lot of money. Like they're showing me the 9 of coins, which is the lady standing there with the standing there with all the money just kind of shining down on her. So I definitely feel like yes. I feel like you are they're even going to say that to you, like you were one of our top picks, or you were, like, did you have to get recommendations from people? I feel like your recommendations were glowing and they spoke very highly of you, and they talked about, just how great your work is, how caring you are. Like I feel like you had to get recommendations to turn in, and those recommendations were just like, wow, they blew them away. Like they felt like a connection, but then your recommendations seemed to be what put it over the top. So for me, it's a yes. It's a top 3. It's a great opportunity, and money, definitely.
The one thing that came to me that is that you're leaving money on the table. I'm seeing leaving money on the table. There is another scholarship or grant out there that you haven't considered or you haven't thought about. If I were you, I would go back and I would look at what else is out there. There is a grant or scholarship specific to the area of study that you're in, it requires certain things, and you fit those parameters. And again, it's something that it's not a very well advertised grant or scholarship. So I would suggest you go back and start looking. I would talk to some counselor. I would talk to somebody in the area of what do you call it, of finance or whatever, with the institution you're with. But there is something else. There is another one out there that you haven't even seen, you haven't applied for because you didn't know it was there, but it's for you. It's perfect. It'll fit you. And when you apply for it, you're going to get that one as well. You're getting double the money. You came looking for the one. I'm telling you, there's another one out there. There is a
And I
second
hear
one.
merit, like it'll be a merit thing. Like it'll be on your merit, like your academic excellence is how I feel like it is.
Yeah. So make sure you look deeper into this. There's money left on the table. Find that money. You will be very happy that you did, and you'll be surprised, thinking, "Wow, I'm surprised nobody else has thought about this, or nobody brought it to my attention sooner." And you're going to be within your window to qualify. So you haven't missed your window yet, but get to it. Get to it. Don't let it linger. Okay.
She said, "Did you say where I can look?" I didn't get where you can
Academic.
look.
I would go to the academic, to again, those folks who are in the finance part of the academic institution, because they know some things. Also, you can speak to a counselor or some kind of guidance people, because they have that information. You can also go to certain websites. You can put in, like you put in your field of study. You can put in your some of your specifics and so forth, and then put the word scholarship or grant or whatever and do a search. You can also go on some government web pages, and search for grants, because again, these grants are out there. And again, I'm telling you, there's one specific to your needs that will fit perfectly, and you'll be surprised that, again, you haven't heard of it before, and you're going to like that grant, because it's going to pay you it's going to pave the way for taking some stress off financially. So I'm seeing two, not one, two. Two is the first one is the one you're looking at. The second one is the one that you don't even know about.
Oh, could that be the 1, 2, 3 also? Like maybe you're gonna get 1, 2, 3. I don't know. 1, 2, 3 keeps coming up in both of my last readings. But okay.
As long as it's not
That's
A, B, C, 1, 2, 3, do, re, mi. Next is, let's see. Next is Stephanie. Stephanie Anderson is looking for, McCreary Anderson is looking for a general reading. And so let's.
immediately, I haven't even saw what your question is, but when I heard your name, I saw a finger pointing, and it was spirit saying, um, like they're chastising you for not moving forward. You're not doing what you're supposed to do. You are kind of laying back, like, oh, I don't know if I want to. Like clearly, I saw a finger pointing, saying that you need to get moving on whatever this project. Okay, this is their word, project and plan that you have. You seem to be very timid about it, or okay. Initially, you didn't get the result that you wanted, so you are very timid and you are stepping back. But I clearly hear them saying, like they're pointing a finger, like you better do it. Okay, and I'm going to say this: this is your PayPal moment, and I'm going to say, and I'm going to explain what that is. I left my job and went to PayPal. It was a horrible move. I hated it, but Spirit told me it was just so I could do what they told me to do. Like this job was so displeasing to me that it made me do what they wanted me to do. So what they're saying is you don't want your PayPal mom. And I'm not saying that PayPal is a horrible place to work. I'm just saying it was my horrible place to work, or my not so great place to work. But the whole purpose of it was for me to do what they wanted me to do. So they're saying you don't want them to bring you to that moment, to that job that is so awful that you actually go and do what they've been encouraging you to do. I feel like you've dreamed about it. Like you're having dreams about you working in your own shop. Like I see you behind the counter and there's a glass case. Like I see you in your shop. And like I believe that um you are very much seeing visions of it, like you're dreaming about it, you're seeing it, and they're telling you to do it, but you're scared, like what if, and this is the momentum. They're saying do it. Lots of people are starting businesses, lots of people can get grants. Like you are very talented, you just won't do it, and you're a little bit timid because of how it started. But I feel like there's even somebody asking you to do something, and you're just kind of like, oh, I don't know if I want to do it, because it's a big thing. It seems to be a big project that someone wants you to work on, and it's your personal craft. Like that's what they're saying. I was gonna say your personal project, but they're saying craft, your personal craft that you're doing, and you're not doing what they're telling you to do. You don't want your PayPal moment. Like literally, you do not want to have that moment. So you need to step forward and do what they're saying. And you don't have to end one to do the other one. But they're saying if you would just move forward on this one, it'll replace your regular main job and you'll love it. Like I literally see you in a shop behind a counter and it's yours. You're not working for somebody else. It's your shop, but you have to get there. And it's a 5-year plan, like go from home to brick and mortar. Like I see it. She said she got asked to do a craft for a school club today. Okay. Yeah. It seems to be a very big project and you're kind of timid about doing it. Go ahead and do it. They will be very pleased and it will be successful.
I don't have much more to add. I think you kind of gave a pretty comprehensive right there, and for me, it's the only thing the only thing that I sense is that there's some there's like a I can't think of the word. There just seems to be kind of a block, like a mental block, a kind of a there's something that again, I don't know if it's like a year, year and a half, something happened that just kind of, it's interesting because you were moving, you were charging forward, you were taking things and just moving things and just moving along. And then all of a sudden, boom, something stole your joy, something stole your thunder, and something stole your confidence. And it's like, you don't, it's like, I don't know. I don't know what that block is. I've been trying to figure out what that block is that kind of happened or what that incident was, but it just sucked something out of you and it really drained you. And you have been trying to fight to get back to it. And it's not as easy for some reason this time because there's again, this block there. And if I were to use vernacular of say an energy healer, I would think that you have a what do you call it? An attachment, something that attached to you. But then again, it's like it's. I'm not sure it's a physical. I mean, I'm not sure it's an energy attachment or it's just kind of a stigma that once you had it, it's kind of connected to you in your head, and you can't break free from it. But there is something seriously holding you back, and it's been and you've tried you've tried your best to try to get moving beyond it. You've tried little things that have worked in the past to get you moving forward, and again that block is just not moving. If I were you, I would reach out to an energy healer. I would find an energy healer. We have one, Meg is Meg, right? Meg?
She's
Meg,
in there. Sherry just said hi to her.
Yeah,
and Meg, I'm so sorry I didn't call you. I will, I promise.
Meg White is online. Meg White is an energy healer. She can do distance-wise. There's a number of others. But reach out to somebody you can trust, an energy healer you can trust, because like every profession, there are people who are better at their jobs than others. There are people who really know their jobs than others. And so again, reach out to somebody again, like Meg or folks who that you can trust that does a good job, and have them work with you, because I'm sensing that there is a block, again, I'm wondering if it's an attachment. Something is holding you back and you can't break it. You've tried to break it yourself. You've tried to push forward yourself and you can't do it. And so you need a little help. You need a little external help. And it's not a bad thing to acknowledge the fact that you need the help. The good thing is once you acknowledge it and once you move forward through it, you're going to find this. And once this thing is removed, once this block is removed, once this attachment is removed, you're going to see like all of a sudden this like a portal open and energy is going to flow. And you're going to say, damn, I missed that. This is what that was. And that feeling is going to give you this new burst of energy. So please do yourself a favor and at least maybe connect to and communicate with somebody if you can, an energy worker, an energy healer, a light worker, whatever you want to call them, folks who can connect to your energetic side and try to work with you, because I think that's the block I'm seeing. It's an internalized block. And I don't think you can get over this yourself. I think you need help. Definitely.
And Stephanie, if it's okay, I have your information. I can give it to Meg if you want me to. And Meg, if that's okay, we're just, setting you up to do all
Or
this
Meg,
stuff.
or Meg, if you're comfortable, and if you have an email address that people can reach you, please put that email address in the chat so we can see it and so people can reach out to you. We make them, and so we can make sure that if they are comfortable, maybe they're not comfortable with us reaching, connecting the two of you, but maybe they'll be comfortable with connecting you directly. So Meg, if you are comfortable and you have an email or some way they can reach out to you and you're comfortable with putting it out there, put it in the chat and we will make sure, and everybody then can see it. And I'll make sure that I post it as well on the page. So,
But Stephanie, like they showed me you really, really enjoying to do whatever it is that you create. Like you're amazed at your creations. Like someone asks you to do something and your wheels start turning, you do it. So it's going to be very successful. But when Don was saying there's something that's holding you back, I heard fear of success. Is there a fear that you're going to be too successful and it's going to be overwhelming? I don't know that that's what it is. But you definitely 5-year plan from house to store. Like I clearly see it. And that's all I have for her.
super. Hopefully it helps.
Beautiful Sagittarius is in here. That's Farah, if I'm not mistaken, right, Don? So she says, she keeps saying, Angie and Don, did you see my comment? Angie was spot on about my previous reading about work. I'm not trusting it. And if I remember, I told her she was going to move to another floor because she had a whole bunch of issues with these gossipy ladies last week that we told her about.
Mhm.
And so, as you said, you're not trusting it. I heard, what is that guy's name? Oh, shoot, Bruno Mars. And that song's where it says, don't believe me, just watch. That's what I heard. So I know you didn't make the list, but they specifically wanted me to say, yes, I heard what you said, but don't believe me, just watch. And I hear, oh my gosh, I actually heard within 2 weeks moving up to the next floor. So we'll see. That's it.
Next is blessings, right? Yes, next is blessings.
Blessings are on the way, or?
Yes.
Okay.
Blessings. Is that what this one is? Yeah, blessings. Yes. And says, I want to know if there is a probable travel plan for me this June. I wish to meet B soon. So may I know what are the chances within this year?
I read your question multiple times because I wanted to be clear. And I clearly hear Spirit saying, don't make your travel decisions based on this. I don't hear them saying that it's not going to be this B person, but your travel plans should not rely on that. Like I hear missed opportunity. Like if you base, it's kind of like, and this is how they're presenting it to me, high school sweethearts deciding, oh well, he got a scholarship to go play here, so I'm gonna go here too. Or he's here, so I'm there, and they're saying, don't don't base your decisions on this person. And it's not to say that you two won't be together, because I don't see that it's a yes or a no in that situation. But the clear message that I'm getting is don't base your move on what you two are on this person. On like, okay, well, if this works out, then I'll move. If this doesn't work out, then I don't move. You're going to miss an opportunity. So pay attention to your opportunity. And it's clear, a career opportunity. And I hear music. Do you do something in music, Blessing, or something about music? Like I feel like there's something to do with the music industry or music because I clearly heard music, an opportunity that is coming up for you, and don't let your decision to be with this person decide for you. But that's all I get right now.
Wheel of Fortune, Wheel of Fortune. Again, you spin the wheel. You're in control. So if you want to make the plans, make the plans. Again, like Angie said, if you're in control, do not base your plans on what other people are doing. Make the plans based on what it is you want to do, what do you want to see, what do you want to accomplish. I do see a relationship situation. I do see a love relationship or love feeling there between you and B. I don't know if that's going to be coordinated with the trip, but I do see something there. You definitely both have that kind of something going on, and things are going to change. Things are going to change. The question is, are good or worse? It's good. There you go. But toward the positive. So apparently, you and B are not in a relationship yet, but I do see potential again for that to change. The relationship is coming, and again, I do see this movement toward a happier situation. But keep that in mind. Look at this, Ace of Wands, loving it. New way of thinking, new way of thinking. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. And look at this, wonderful, happy Pentacles. That tells you abundance. So I think you and B are going to. I think you and B have something positive there. When it comes to the question about the trip itself, I think that again, do not put yourself, when you plan the trip, plan for you. And then when you look at about the chances within the year of being with them, I do see something happening there. I do see some relationship, something happening there. I do think you guys have a connection. The question is what do you do with it? And when it happens, that's left up to you. Again, you have the Wheel of Fortune. You spin the wheel, you have control. So it is what you make of it. So follow through, take the lead, and determine what you want to do. That's what I get. So, or that's what the cards say. How's that?
Definitely. And let me know if there's something with music. Like I clearly heard the word music. Like I feel like something is coming up with music or something that has to do with music in your career, like concerts or something to do with music. Either you're a planner or you do music or something, but there's something coming up around music that is an opportunity for you. And I feel like you'll miss it if you make your decision based on your relationship with B. That's it.
Next is Terry T, and Terry T is a general reading.
I don't know that I know Terry T, but he feels like my cousin. And maybe that's just because my cousin's name is Terry, so I don't know. Um, but a general reading. I get okay. So I hear I get like warm family feeling, but I feel like you're sitting at a desk, you're working, like your work is keeping you from your family. Because they showed me a keyboard and you sitting behind the desk working. And then I feel like everybody else is out and about having fun, or the rest of the family, or there's a gathering that you're missing because you're always working and you know that you're working too much and that you need to spend more time with family. Like you feel like you're missing out on things and that you need to find a better work life balance. Those are not the words that you would use, but that's the way Spirit is telling me, work life balance. And but you're very much on your grind. Like you seem to be in that 30-ish age where it's like, I have to get established. I have to really, really make this money. I have to stack money and have to provide. Like that's the mode you're in. Like you seem to be very much in money making mode. They're showing me like all these pentacle cards, and they're just flashing them through because that's your total focus. Like they're now showing me the 4 of coins, which is like you're very much focused on money, but it doesn't seem to be in a bad way. It does seem to be in a good way. You just need to spend like you need to carve out this time and dedicate it. Okay, I'm going to do this, that, or maybe pick one event a week. Like you don't have to totally. He said that's his age exactly, 30. Yep, I saw. So you're very much in that grind spirit of your life, and so just like don't totally be like, oh, I'm not going to do any work. I'm just going to do it. Pick one event. Okay, this week I'm going to do this. This week I'm going to do that. And slowly get back into the groove of spending time with family. Even if it's just, you know what, let's make a bowl of popcorn. Let's sit around and let's watch a movie. Like, I feel like maybe you have littles, maybe like I see maybe little kids, like the way they show me is like there's a big sectional in your living room and there's a TV and then you sit down with the bowl of popcorn and the littles. And when I say littles, I mean like six and under, 8 and under, somewhere in there, jumping up on your lap and just loving the fact that you have time to sit with them because you seem to be like a person who's, all right, I got time. Let me get back to my work. Let me get back to my work. And it's not a bad thing. And it is being, I do hear it's prosperous for you. It is going to create another opportunity, another stream of income for you, totally separate from what you're doing. So there's more money coming in and it'll eventually free up time, but initially it'll take some time, but you have to dedicate one thing a week. Let me do this one thing with them. Let me do this one thing with them. And so you're very much in grind mode and it is going to pay off, but you do need to give your family a little bit more of you because they're missing you.
Did you freeze?
Oh, I'm done. I'm sorry. I was reading his comments.
No. I at one point you froze. I was like looking and
Oh, I'm sorry. No,
yeah.
I'm back.
So yeah, you were back, but now you froze again. So I don't know if it's you or me. One of us are freezing.
I don't know because it looks like I'm moving and I have us up on the TV.
Okay.
So
now you're back to moving. Okay, because I could hear you. It's interesting. I could hear you speaking, but yet you're froze, and so it's interesting.
Listen, Samuel, you need to get this straight.
Absolutely. Let's see, Terry. I think Terry's a female, not a male. I'm getting female energy, and I'm getting Terry. You live in a big city, so you're surrounded by a lot of energy from the city. You're cold weather climate. It's like I think that you're in a position. I think it's interesting because I feel like you're in a situation where you're not quite certain what to do. I feel like you're doing something now, and you feel like you're not being utilized to the fullest. And so I'm feeling like you're looking for change, you're needing a change, and you're looking at different opportunities. I see that you're very photogenic. I see that very clearly. I see that you have you considered modeling? I think that you're somebody. Because I'm getting this modeling vibe. Are you a model? Have you considered modeling? Have you done modeling in the past? I'm getting that feeling. And again, I could be way off because you could be male and I'm screwed. But I'm getting this female vibe. I'm getting a female. I'm getting, again, this very very wonderful soft features. And so Terry, if you're still there, can you give us some, can you fill me in? Am I in the right direction?
So he hasn't commented on that. He says, I don't have kids, but I do have a dog that jumps on my lap. I'm going to face a huge exam this year. So that's that, not just away from home, but overseas. So he's overseas. So maybe he's in a cold climate overseas, but he hasn't, or she.
Yeah, I think it's a she. I'm really getting a she energy. I guess we'll not know for a while, or maybe not. Terry, I hope you're still with us there. But anyway, so that's what I'm getting. I'm feeling like there again, a need for a change, again wanting to do something different, and maybe that's why the overseas thing. I'm sorry to say it.
Male.
Okay, then I was wrong.
It's okay. You're still beautiful.
Absolutely. Does any of the other stuff fit though? I mean, does any of the other stuff connect to you? Because again, cold climate. Have you done well the modeling? I still believe that I get things modeling. I'm getting like this feeling of in front of a camera and doing things with cameras and so forth. Does any of that fit?
Or has anybody ever also told you that you should be a model?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you're longing to be in love too, or you're missing someone that you love. Like you just want a hug. He said it is cold. He doesn't do any model. Maybe you should look into it.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised. I don't know, but I'm getting, it's interesting. But I did get the city,
or maybe he's gonna date a model.
Well, that would be nice, huh? Heck yeah. Interesting. What is this? Terry, are you somebody who's like again, maybe a gentler, and I hate to, I mean, there's something, are you gentle? Are you like, again, not aggressive? Are you more laid back? Are you more, I don't know. I just get this feeling of, I hate to say it. When you do tarot for a while, right? You have the queen and the king. And when you get the queen and the queen is that patient energy. She's the patient, more loving, more nurturing, more caring energy. And the king is that more aggressive, more, dominant, more whatever energy. And we always tell each other it doesn't attach to gender, but it attaches to feelings. And so it's like, for some reason, I'm getting this feeling like you're somebody who's more, yes, you are more sensitive. Okay. That's the word. Yes. Okay. Because I was getting, okay, we're good there. Anyway, so what next went in my head? I was like distracted with that, and I hate this delay because it's one thing. It's like you get on the roll, and then all of a sudden you have to ask the questions, and it's like what? But Terry, I feel like you're still at a point where you want to make a change. You want to do something different. You're not sure what it is you want to do. You're looking at different options. I do see you doing something with the camera. I do see you do something with the camera. I don't know if maybe you're filming cities, or you film maybe doing some like a YouTube like channel or Facebook channel or something. I see you doing something to kind of get out there and travel and do something with in front of the camera, maybe doing reports or doing videos and then posting them and things like that and making money doing that. I see you in front of the camera. I see you doing something in front of the camera, and I see you doing it, making your own little videos or something. And with that, I see you getting the freedom you want, because I don't think you want to be tied down. That's the one thing that most comes out is you don't want to be tied down, and you have and that's why you like the big city. The energy in the big city is something that really drives you. So that's what I'm getting. I think that there's.
Do you do something with editing, or is that something that you do on the side? Like, I feel like you have a side business that is about to pick up somewhere. Like, because I feel like there's this stream of income, but there's another stream that's coming in, and this stream will be more your passion as this pays the bills, and eventually maybe one will outweigh the other one. But I do see another stream of money coming, and that's all I got.
Okay. Well, hopefully, Terry, that some of that information helps you, and hopefully some of it will connect with you, and and we will move on to the next question. And that next
Really quick, only Ravid, I think it is. You did not make the list, but as I read your question, the answer is yes, take the job. Love is not coming in April, but after you're more settled in your job.
And the next is Emily, and Emily is, what does B want to tell me but not saying? Emily, I'm gonna just go with the obvious here. Have you asked? I mean, I just want to ask that question. Have you asked? Is there something I need to know? Have you asked them that question? Have you posed it to them? Are you afraid to hear what the answer would be, and therefore you haven't posed the question? I mean, when you want an answer, we can give you what we believe and what we feel based on the energies that we get around this. But I mean, to me, it seems like the one thing you want to do is go to the source and say, what is it you're not telling me? What is it we need to talk about?
Do you think that he has a child? Because as Don was speaking, I felt like there is a fear. Because that was my initial thought too. Did you even ask him? Did he have something to say to you? But I feel like the question is something like maybe there's a child or another person on the outside. So I'm wondering, is that's why you haven't asked, because you're afraid of what he's going to say? But you can go. You can finish, Don. I'm sorry.
No. To me, that came. It's like, again, if you want information, the place to go is to the source and get that information. Also, hello, Janet. Good to see you. Good to see you pop in.
Hi, Janet.
Haven't seen you in a
We're
while.
birthday twins.
Oh, is that right?
Her birthday's this week too.
Oh, happy birthday, Janet. Happy birthday. So anyway, so Emily, my question is, I just say, I would say go speak to the source. I think that you really, if you want an answer, if you want to get the information you're looking for, then I really do suggest you go to the source and speak to that person, because if you ask B and you lay it on the line, B's going to tell you B's going to tell you the answer. Maybe necessarily the answer you want to hear, but they're going to tell you the answer. That's kind of what I'm getting. I don't have much more there. Anything else, Angie?
Just that I feel like the question is about a child. I don't know that that's true, but that's how I see it, is that it's something to do with the child.
And then our next in line, hopefully it helped you, Emily. Our next in line is Lisa Harvey. And Lisa has a long one. Lisa Harvey, as opposed to Lisa Cat.
Lisa Harvey is the one kept saying, Angie, your faces are hilarious to me.
And Lisa Harvey says, I will be going through a lot from my breakup. I've been going through a lot from my breakup and feel like I got to the love party after he left. I feel like I got to the love party after he left. Can I get guidance if there's any saving us in the future? I love him, but I don't think he trusts me.
Love part. Maybe it was love part. So maybe the Y wasn't supposed to be on there.
Oh, she says, meaning that she fell in love when he fell out of love. Yeah. Well, I'll go first on this one, and I think that this chapter's closed. I don't feel that there's a revival here. I don't feel like there's going to be a second opportunity or another opportunity. I don't think this is the first time either that you guys have had your breakup or whatever it is. But I think that this will not be revisited. I don't see it. I don't see it at all. I think that this is pretty much the end. But I could be wrong, and that would be a good thing if it's meant to be.
Did you take him for granted? Like, I feel like you took him for granted. Like, he was a very kind, giving person, and maybe you took him for granted. And now that you realize, like, I feel like maybe somebody else ended up being interested in him, and then you saw, like, wait, somebody else wants him too. And so then you were like, oh, wait, I want him. And by then he was off onto this other relationship. So I feel like he has found somebody else who is a little bit more appreciative. And I don't know if that's what the case is. I feel like you're very pretty, and that you get, she thought he was going too fast. Like, yeah, I feel like he's with someone, or he's found someone who is more appreciative of what he had to offer, or whatever level that he was going. But I feel like you're pretty, and like you get a lot of compliments, or you get attention, and so you didn't fully give him the attention that he was giving you. And then by the time you realized that other people were wanting him too, he was already ready to go. That's just how I see it.
Yeah, he wanted to be nurtured. He wanted to be nurtured. He wanted to be pampered. He wanted to know that he made a difference, and that wasn't there. So he found a new one, and that new one is giving him love that he feels he has. So there is a new person already, and it's a more balanced relationship. The give and take, that the new relationship he has is more balanced. But it's going to be happy. It's going to work out the best, because again, if it wasn't in the cards, it wasn't meant to be. So you're going to be okay. You're going to be okay. This is your long term. So you're going to be fine. You're going to find somebody else. But the good part is, from this relationship, learn clearly that appreciate what you have, and then make the most of it and try to make it work the best you can. Because that's a lesson that you don't want to learn again.
I also feel like, because she said she asked him, she didn't believe there was someone else, and she asked him. I feel like he doesn't want to let you know any more about his life. Like, he closed that door and it's done. Like, I don't have to tell you anything else. I don't want to tell you anything else. And I feel like he's cordial, but he's not the loving person that you remember him to be.
Yeah. And I also think, though, that when you ask him that question, he's trying to be polite and not to hurt you more or make you feel more, more pain or whatever. So he just doesn't go there. And I think that that's probably a good thing. That's a compassionate man that we're talking about. So So, again, appreciate the fact of the lesson that's learned, move on, and make sure that you don't forget the lesson, because it can be a painful lesson, again, if you do not learn it the first time. With that said, Lisa, we're going to move on. Hope that helps you. The next person in line is, as I find the excuse to linger here, Kathy Seal. Kathy Seal, will I be happier in April? Kathy, can you give us a quick, if you're still there? Kathy, are you still there? If you are, can you pop up something real quick and let us know? Because my question to you is I guess we should, hey, we're psychic. We should be able to figure it out. What is April? But my question to you is, will I be happier in April? It's like, what am I missing? Are you asking us something about April? What is the significance of April that you want us to know?
Right. And I feel like several people have asked us about April. Like, it's still the first quarter.
We're not even in March.
That starts the second quarter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I feel like I hear the word lease is up. Like, is your lease is up? Like, are you moving out to go to a different place? Like, I feel like you're separating from somebody, and that's specifically why you use the month. You use April, like, oh, this is up, this is over, I can move on. But is it the right move? Should I stay? I think that you will be happier. I hear you just need to leave. Like, I feel like you're moving to someplace new. And so you said, will I be happy in April? Because, oh, this will be the ending. This will be the 10. Like, they're showing me the 10 of wands, like a big, 10s are ending. So you're carrying a load that you do not need to carry, or you're carrying more of the load in this situation. And if you just leave, because I keep hearing spirit say just leave. Once you just leave, your load will be lighter, because you won't be, I feel like, doing something for somebody else or helping somebody else do more. You won't be doing more than your share, is how I feel like it is. That's all I got.
Okay. Again, I'm stuck on April. April will be happier in April as opposed to March. And again, again, I don't understand the significance of April. But what I guess I'm not getting anything. I'm just like, let me shuffle the cards, because again, it's just I'm getting for tonight. I'm getting so tied up in these questions. I'm like, come on, let me try to get my head around the question.
I read it fast, and whatever they say quickly, I leap onto that, because if I keep reading it, I'm like, what?
Exactly.
So I leap right into it.
I need to stop doing that, because I'm taking, if you guys don't know, I think I've mentioned it before, I'm taking this master class in mediumship, and the guy who's teaching us has us focusing on vocabulary very much, and focusing on our own vocabulary, and focusing on vocabulary, and it's messing with my head, because it's like I'm paying more attention, and I'm like, I need to appreciate what he's doing and take some of the lessons, but at the same time, I need to, again, divorce my ego, which is the right brain, and go to the left brain and just say, go with the flow, and take it in. So we'll be happier in April. I think that the cards right now are going to help me determine that. I think you've got a lot of crap, a lot of stuff going on, right there it is. And there's the 9. And so, yeah, it's coming. There is some conclusion, because you're close to 9. In tarot, when you see the 9s, that tells you you're getting there. 10
and I saw the 10. You're right there.
So you're moving along toward getting closure, bringing closure to the cycle. And so I can see that if the cycle does end in March, April would be good for you. That makes sense. I can see the conflict you're in right now. Apparently you're having some conflict, and that conflict does exist. You've been doing some self-study. You've been doing some self-growth. You've been dealing with some things that, again, with part of you and growing and maturing and understanding. This is a journey you've been on for a while. This is not new. You don't come here with new questions. This is a new kind of thing. And it has cost you some sleep. It's cost you sleep cycle. Your sleep cycle was messed up. It's cost you some energy. It's cost you some it's cost you some quality time as well. But you need to start moving forward, and you need to make the plan and start getting it done. This is get going. This is get moving. So again, yes, April was that get moving time, and there's that Queen of Wands. So yeah, you're gonna be fine. You're gonna move on. Queen of Wands is again a very patient energy. So have patience, work through this. April should bring a more productive feeling toward you, and that productive feeling is going to then help you to feel like you're moving on and being, and again, happier, because right now you just feel stuck with all those things you have happening right now. You just feel stuck. So keep moving forward, keep pressing, closing these things, bringing closure, because that's the key to this. So keep moving forward. Kina says, I definitely listen to the words being used. Yes. So let's see. Next is Kathy.
Really quick, Emily at Emily, she said her question was about a child. I feel like your question was in relation to him helping you with. I feel like you two have a child put together, but I feel like he has another child, or there's an outside child. The child that I'm talking about isn't a child that you share, but a child that you suspect that he may have either on the way or has had. But okay, sorry.
Next is Gabriel, and Gabriel wants a career reading. Gabriel, are you relatively new in the workforce? Are you a student? Are you just finishing something? Are you I don't think you've been at work long. I don't think you've been in your career long. No, Iceman, I typed earlier. Gabriel. It was Gabriel, then you. I think you may have mixed my type that I'd sent. But if you look, you'll see that it's beside the big R. It says Ice. It's Gabriel, then you. So Gabriel, back to you, Gabriel. Are you more recent in the workforce? Are you someone who is again recently graduated or getting ready to graduate? I'm feeling that you're that. I'm feeling like this is new, and it's either a new start or a fresh start. And so I'm getting the feeling like right now the world is an oyster, and you just have to shuck it. You just have to snatch it up. And I see so many potential opportunities for you. My question to you is, you have to decide your factors that are the most important to you when picking a job. Okay. And you have to make sure you have them, because what happens is you're going to have a number of opportunities. So as you list those factors, make sure that you understand that. So when you go into interview, or when you have an opportunity that comes, you make those decisions based on those factors. Be prepared to know what are the reasonable expectations based on your factors. Because if you don't go in knowing this, and you then choose a job and it doesn't hit those things, then you're going to feel like you've chosen poorly, or you made a less than reasonable choice. So focus on, again, the prospects. There's going to be many of them. Come down to a list, create a list that boils down to your priorities, and then make sure you go with that. But I do see wonderful things and opportunities right around the corner for you. And I see that your hand's already up. I see you're already looking at those things. So keep pushing forward. What else do you have? What do you have, Angie?
I definitely, when you were saying new to the workforce, I feel like this person is a new graduate, because and Spirit told me to go to the cards, but I saw this, like the fruits of your labor. Like, you've worked, you've graduated, you've put in the education. Now it's time for you to get your opportunities. But there's a lot of cups energy, so there's a lot of emotion. I feel like whatever job you choose will have to do with a lot of emotion. Do I feel good? How did the interview feel? Do I like the environment that I'm going into? Do I like the people I work with? Like, I feel like your emotions are very much tied to it, because you've been under so much stress, or you've been working so hard, that you want whatever your job to be something that you like. Or like, I feel like maybe you look at your parents and you're like, they worked really hard and they didn't really love their jobs, but I want my job to be fun, or I want to enjoy my job, or I want it to, like, there's a lot of emotion tied to it. So I feel like spirit, God, the universe, however you describe it, is going to give you a hand. Like, that's that little four cups. Like, okay, here's that little extra coming. right there. And then this is new. So yes, it's a new thing. But this, to me, this isn't love as a relationship. This is just the emotion tied to the career. So I feel like you very much will choose your job based on how you feel about the people. Like they're interviewing you, but I feel like you're interviewing them and you're deciding, do I really want to work for this company? Do I want this? Like, yeah, the money's good, but is there a nice work life balance? Like I feel like you just want to enjoy life and you don't want to be in the grind of something. Like I feel like you're a person that learns by example. And you're like, I see how they don't like what they did because they chose whatever. And so I want to choose better. So I feel like whatever you choose will be based on your emotions and your likes and your dislikes overall. Like to you, it's a total package, not just how much money they're going to give you. But I do feel the universe is going to reward you for all of your hard work and your diligence, and you'll get both. You'll get something that you like and you'll get the money that goes along with it. And then I also saw the food card, so jumping in like, yes, this is it. I'm going, but whatever you go into, you're going to go in wholeheartedly, and it may be a little bit off center from what you went to school for, and that's why I think the fool is there, because maybe you went for this and this is a little bit off center from that, but still loosely based on that. Like I got a degree in criminal justice, and then I got a job as a working at a shelter as a because it fell in line with one of the degrees that they would take. Like, oh, you want to be a what do we call it, counselor or whatever we were. You can work with them because you still are along that line of that. So it's loosely based on what your career is how I see it.
Super. Angie, what cards are those?
Hmm.
Which cards are those? I
Oh,
love
the
them. I
Light
love those
Seers,
images.
Light Seers Tarot.
Wow, very nice.
Yeah,
I love
I
those images.
love them. Kina gave me these when she decided she didn't want to do it anyway, but I love them. The imagery is very nice, like
Which one was
very,
the
very
six? Which one was like the six of was it Pentacles or something? Six of
This was the
something.
seven. That's the one I was talking about. It looks like a watch, like you've watched your stuff grow, and it's like I'm waiting on it. So it shows it to you as a watch, and this is your seeds that you've planted or your money coming
Yeah.
up, and you've
Interesting. When I saw that, I also saw the chakras.
Oh
You know, I mean, it's not
yeah,
lined up, but look at the colors,
yeah,
and it reminded me of the chakras. And I was thinking, wow,
yeah,
you start everything starts with that chakra energy, and I thought it was very cool.
yeah, yeah.
Now,
I like it.
also welcome Gwyneth. Nice to have you here. Thanks for joining us. Edward Kelly says, "Congratulations, 400 subscribers." Is
That must
that
be you,
Angie or
Don.
me?
That's got to be you. I'm
Hey,
way down there.
yeah,
Yay!
I'll take that. Thank you. I did not know that, Edward. Thank you for that. And then, Gabriel. The other thing that was getting in my head was coming to me was IT. Are you in IT? Are you looking at a job in IT? Are you involved in IT? Because I get the IT job, I get an IT situation, or an IT again. It could be also working with social media platforms or gaming platforms or something. I'm getting the IT field, and so I'm getting you working with IT, and that is a very fulfilling. I'm getting the feeling that you will be very fulfilled in that field, and that's where I'm getting you. So unfortunately, you're not here, so I can't get that question answered. But if you see this afterwards, Gabriel, please drop us an email and let us know how this resonated with you, because I'm very curious to find out. advice@sonoranmystictarot.com.
Or come on his live tomorrow. He'll be live tomorrow
That's right.
with Shauna on the same channels, YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. So come on tomorrow and tell us.
Tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. Mountain Standard Time through 10, 11, 12, whatever, whatever. So anyway, and Edward, the congratulations that you gave me on the 400 subscribers. Actually, that congratulations is to all of these guys, including you, everybody out there. You guys have been so wonderful to me. You guys have made this happen. It's not me. It's kind of like I'm kind of like the person that benefits is like I don't know, but the point is everybody comes in and they join in, and we have these great conversations. We become a family. So it actually it's a tribute to everybody and not so much me. So with that said, next up is who is up next? Let me look at my list. Ice. I even just mentioned that. Ice. Yes, Ice. You are next. And let's see. I'm trying to find your question. What's to come? There we go. Did it pop up? There we go.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, that's the list.
No, I see it. Oh, well, I see. Oh, I saw the question over there. Okay, there it is. Before
Man.
I even saw the full question, I saw like resumes or applications going out because he said he's been applying for a minute. I heard when I read hopefully a new job, I heard yes, so definitely yes, a new job. Um, but I saw like resumes flying out, going out. Like you're getting to the point where you're frustrated with like, why won't anybody hire me? Everybody's saying there's so many opportunities. Why hasn't? Because, and this is what I hear: divinely guided. There is a perfect job for you. There's a job that is coming to you, that is being sent to you because of whatever your wishes were, like whatever you said you wanted to do, um that gets you out of the office. I feel like you don't want to be in the office anymore and you want to be more out and about. So I feel like whatever you do will have you moving around. Like you won't be, like I don't feel like you're in the office. I want to say you're in a vehicle traveling, but I don't know, or maybe you're working on vehicles. It's something to do with cars. So you're in the car. So either you're working on cars or you're traveling in cars. But I do feel like you want to get out of the office. You have a passion. Like whatever you do, you also want to help people. Like you feel like people are being taken advantage of and you want to fix that. You don't want people to be taken advantage of because you're like, oh, it shouldn't cost that much for this, or it shouldn't cost that much to do that. So I do feel like an opportunity is coming, but it's going to be a good job that is going to help, that is going to give you um money, good money. Like I feel like you make okay money, but this will be good money. Like this will be more than you've made before, and I feel like you'll be happy with whatever you decide. Like you'll be like, okay, this is what I really wanted. This is what I really have been looking for. Um, yeah, that's it. Because I'll just end up repeating myself if I keep going.
Okay. The only thing I got is that I think also Ice, you've kind of put yourself in like a narrow window, and I think I think you kind of sell yourself short. I think that you are not seeing the full extent of what you have to offer an employer, and therefore I think you need to rework your resume. I think you need to add some things in there. You need to add some management. You need to add some other things that again are not reflected in your resume. And so I think that part of your problem is the resume, but I also think that you're also shooting too low. There's something that tells me that there's something bigger out there, something that you haven't considered, that you're capable of doing, but again, you don't know if you don't think you can do it or whatever. And I think you need to adjust your sights up a little bit, because I think that you're not giving yourself enough credit. You're not giving yourself enough appreciation for what you have done so far. So I would rework my resume, and I would add things that are other skill sets that can be used in various career fields. And then I would be looking for jobs. I was spending what do you call my opportunities? I'd be looking toward the opportunities, a wider range of opportunities. What I'm saying, I wouldn't be so narrow, because I think that you underestimate your abilities and you're underestimating what people want. So I'm telling you that the job that you get is probably not the job that you're initially looking for. I think you're going to be surprised. I think you're going to find a job that you're thinking, damn, how did I get this? And it's going to pay off well. But again, you have to get outside the box. You're stuck in you put yourself in a box, and you got to get out the box. You got to get out of the box. So that's about it. Anything else you have to add?
No, that's it. That's all I have.
Okay. With that said, let's move forward, and hopefully it helped you, Ice. Hopefully you got the information you're looking for. Let us know, give us some feedback if you're still here, and then if not, then you're always welcome to send us some feedback via emails. And Angie's is Angie A5 says yes.
Yes, at gmail.com. Yes.
There you go. And there's an S there.
A5 says, like Angie
Exactly.
said it. A5 says. Yeah.
Angie said it.
Okay.
Next is Carol Ann Vasquez, and Carol Ann is asking for a general reading.
I immediately saw a like a headdress of a chief, like a Native American headdress. So I feel like that is a part of your heritage or your lineage, most definitely. I feel I hear the word shaman, so I feel like someone has been trying to contact you or trying to pull you into that way, and you're resistant to it, or you don't understand that that's what is happening. But I feel like you're either having dreams or you're getting a pull. Like you like I hear medicine. I see you like grinding herbs, like you know how to naturally do things. Like you would be the person to be like, oh, just put this together and put it on and it'll heal whatever it is. So I definitely feel like you are like there's something to do with your Native American culture, your Native American lineage, and you being called to do what you're supposed to do. Um, and you just not really understanding what to do, or maybe you're a little resistant to it. I'm not sure if it's that you don't know what to do or you're being resistant to it, but that is what I see. Like that is where your call is. Like, and I hear them whispering to me, like they've been like but like a very breathy whisper, like they're saying your name, Carolyn. Like, oh my gosh, it wasn't the lady on Poltergeist named Carolyn, the little
Yes,
girl, Carolyn. So, and I don't even know that, but that's how I heard it. I heard the dad saying, Carolyn. So I feel like Spirit is calling you to come.
no, don't run to the light,
Directly,
Carolyn. Do not go to the light.
but listen to the voices that are telling you to come and
Yes.
get into whatever it is that is your custom. Sorry. That's it.
Oh, Angie.
Carolyn. Now she gonna have nightmares about poltergeist.
She's gonna be looking at the ceiling all night long, saying, "Is somebody gonna come out of that ceiling?" I don't know. You know, remember how they come out of the ceiling at the end?
Now I want to go and watch Poltergeist again.
Oh, I love that movie. It is such an amazing movie.
There's three. I watched all of them.
But the first one is by far
It's
the
the
best.
best.
It is
The
the
best.
best. The second one
Yeah.
has that freaky old guy, and he is, oh man, he's disturbing. He is disturbing. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
But
And then he reappears in 3.
exactly. Then some, but Angie can be Angie is like Tangina there. You have that ability to calm people, even if storms going on. Angie's like, oh, and you're like, my world's falling apart. Oh, but I see it's going to be better tomorrow. Angie has that calming.
This
You have
house
that
is
same thing, you know.
clean.
This
Look,
house is
she
clean.
put her. This house is clean.
Yeah, and Angie did come and clean my house. Actually, she did.
I took him with me.
Yeah, when Samuel came and Angie was like, I asked Tina, our mentor, and I'm like, Tina, what do I do? And she's like, talk to him. And I'm like, oh, okay. And then I went in there and sat down, and Samuel wasn't having it. He wasn't talking to me. So, and I was talking to Angie at the same time, and Angie's like, well, what is it like? Whatever. And I'm like, do you want to come over? And she's like, yes. So Angie sat and
Ran over there with Keena, like, where is he? Where is he? Where is he? Where is he?
absolutely. And so they came over, and then she left, and so did Samuel. But I didn't realize, but Samuel went home with her. So Angie was, this house is clean.
This house is clean.
And it was because we haven't had problems since. So Angie did her job. Carol Ann, the one thing I got from you is I'm sensing a daughter. I'm getting the feeling you have a daughter, and I'm feeling the daughter. If you have the reason, or if you feel inclined for any reason to acknowledge something that's not quite right with your daughter, I would be probably arranging for an appointment with a physician, because I'm sensing something about the daughter. I'm sensing something, and I don't know if it's serious or whatever. I have no clue. I'm not a doctor. I don't diagnose, but I'm sensing something health related with a daughter. And so I don't know if you're already involved in it and you're working through something, but I would not ignore an opportunity to address a potential issue. So again, if you get called, if you get a calling to pay attention to something that is health related with your child or your daughter, make sure that you follow up with that. And I would not ignore that. I think that I'm being called to tell you that. The other thing I got is I'm like the bearer of bad news. Carol Ann, another thing that I wanted to bring to your attention is your vehicle. And I'm seeing a vehicle issue. I'm like, wow, health and vehicle. But I'm seeing a vehicle issue, and I'm getting the sense that it's one of the it's something related with tires and brakes, and it's the front. So also I would be looking at those and seeing if you can maybe address those, just to check it out, just to go to a place and say, hey, can you address the tire? Make sure that, I mean, if it's like out here, we have discount tire, you go in there, you get a free, they fill the tires up for free, and you can, and they'll even tell you if it wears, whatever. But you may want to have that just looked at, because I'm getting the sense of something related around a vehicle, and I'm hoping it's not an accident, a car accident situation, but part of that is, and I'm also kind of concerned that the daughter's health situation came in with that. I'm not putting the two together, but I'm not excluding them either, because I'm getting the feeling like there's something there. So again, take care, be cautious, and try to make sure that you look at the car, make sure the car's health is in good health, because I'm getting front tires, front brakes, something like that. And so that's what I've got. Bearer of bad news, sorry. Anything else, Angie?
Nope, that's it. Carol Ann, poltergeist. Look into your native heritage.
Exactly. Let's see. Next is Sweet Eyes Lattimore. And Sweet Eyes Lattimore is asking, I would love to know about my higher self. I love that question, actually. I do.
Terry T, yes, but you already know that, because I feel like um let me finish this, and then if there's time at the end, I'll give you more about that. But yes, to the question, yes.
Well, go ahead, Angie.
He asked would he pass his, or was it a she? It's he
It's
pass his
he.
board exams, and it's yes. But I feel like he knows that, because I feel like they let him demonstrate these things, like, oh, come up here to the front of the classroom and tell them how to do this, or you answer a lot of questions, like you're overly confident or you're overly qualified, like they know that you are that person, and so you're asking just like, oh, let me see if they can psychically see, but the answer is yes. And I see you as a person who is very much utilized in the classroom by the instructors, or someone who's saying, oh, well, if nobody else answers, they say, hey, Terry, do you have an answer? Or, hey, this, do you have an answer? Oh, there's Caroline right there. Now she's saying, thank you. We had all these questions. You didn't even jump in. But yes, Terry. Hi, Caroline. You're welcome. But can you, in the comments, Caroline, tell us if there's something to do with your native heritage or the car or something, like, give us a little response. Sorry about that. Sweet Eyes, Lattimore. Okay. I would love to know about my higher self. Oh. I feel like you have a purple aura. I see that behind you. To me, purple is royal, regal. You seem to be very, I don't want to say like better than others, but a step above. Like you would be more professional. Like if there was a professional shuttle, you would be the top of the profession. If there was like whatever it is, you would be a step above what everybody else is doing. Like they're doing this and you're up here, but that's just your natural ability. You're not trying to do anything extra. So your higher self is always supporting you and trying to I don't want to say encourage you, but keep up with you. Like you seem to be very advanced, and you don't know that you're advanced. And so your higher self is trying to stay a step above you. Kind of how it is. Like I don't feel like they're dragging you along. Like you're very aware of your of your metaphysical abilities or your spirituality. You seem to be very aware and very in tune. And so you seem to know your higher self very well, not in the sense that people were like, oh, well, what does my higher self have to say? Like you seem to be very in tune with them. Like I see maybe you are meditating or like you have a bowl or something. Like I feel like you're very in tune with your higher self and you just want to know if there's anything you're missing. And I feel like you are receiving very well. But it's so easy peasy to you that you're kind of like, is it that simple? It is if you allow it to be. And that's all I see.
I see that your higher self is a very patient energy. It is more. It is sometimes we have higher energies that are dictatorial and they come out and they kind of control things. But yours is very patient, and yours will let you go. Yours lets you move. Kind of expand out, and before they because I think they have a lot of confidence in you. You have a good connection with your higher self. You don't have. It's not a battle with you two. For some people, there's a battle with the higher spirit.
What?
But no, I don't find that battle with you at all. I feel, if anything, that your higher spirit is just very, very reaffirming. Your higher spirit definitely is reaffirming. I also feel that your higher spirit is it's interesting because I think I get. I don't get. I back the vocabulary again. Damn it! Stop it. Get out of my head. What higher spirit is saying clearly is that, again, you have proven yourself to be able to move along at a pace that is consistent with your development. You are not someone who needs to run to the head of the class and then do it sloppily. So you're somebody who's very, very, very logical, very structured, very methodical, and so your higher spirit is like they're happy to have you because, again, you're somebody they don't have to scald much, they don't have to dictate, they don't have to move a lot, because, again, you seem to be on the path, and that communication that you have with them helps a lot. So stay in communication with them. Also know that there is going to be a little bit of a deviation coming a little down the road, and that deviation is going to happen somewhere in June, July, because they're going to give you a little extra something that you haven't experienced yet. And it's going to throw you off. It's going to freak you out a little bit, but don't worry, because you're going to get it. But June and July is going to be a little bit crazy for you. You're going to have a little bit of again, you're just well, it's going to be an enlightening time, to say the least, and you're going to be finding something new. But that newness is going to kind of throw you off, because you're going to say, wait a minute, you have become so dependent upon the skill sets that you have, and you're so comfortable with them that when you get a new skill set, you're going to be saying, whoa, I'm not sure how to do this. And what they're going to do is they're going to dampen down your skill set you have now, so therefore forcing you to go into that new direction. You're going to come back, they're going to raise it up again, so you're going to come back to it. But in June or July, don't be surprised if you deviate a little bit, because they're trying to help you along to expand and grow. That's what I'm seeing.
Definitely. And when you were looking for the word to describe her, I felt like elite was what they felt like. She's elite. Like she's so easy, like she would be in that elite status where, like you said, you two are very much in tune.
Yeah.
That's
And
it.
next we have, hopefully that helped you. And next we just did Sweet Eyes, right? So next we have Karina Chandler. And she says, what's coming for me in 2022?
I saw the Empress card. That I don't know if you want a child or you're expecting a child, but I feel like there is. Because I feel like you're going to say you are not in a relationship, but I feel like it's coming, and I feel like that Empress energy, like they specifically show me the one with the belly that is the
the blue belly.
the world. And
Right.
so you're, and I don't feel like it's giving birth to an idea. I feel like it's a little one. I'm saying that's how I see it, but I feel like 2022 is going to be joy. Like they're showing me like a baby shower, like pink balloons, light pink, dark pink balloons. They're showing me like a new love, a love that you haven't experienced before. Like you look at this person and you're like, oh my gosh, I feel like it's a blonde hair person. I feel like you're a younger person in your mid to, I want to say late 30s. Like I don't feel like, or maybe even younger than that. You may be in your 20s, because you two seem like very cute together as you look up at each other, and the world is still like your oyster. Like, oh my gosh, there's so many things we hope for, and so that's why I feel like your 2022 is going to be good. But I feel like you've come out of a time that was mundane. I don't feel like it was horrible or that it was a lot of strife. I just feel like it was kind of mundane, and this will be that pop, that new. They're showing me an ace. They're showing me that ace of cups with the heart in the center. So I do feel like there's going to be love. I do feel like there's going to be like a baby or relationship or something of planting the seed. But I do feel like love, that is clear. And you didn't even ask about love, and they're just giving me all this love information. Maybe I turned the page, Don, and I'm good at love now. Like I loved it so much before. They're giving me good love, but I feel like it's going to be a good thing, and that you're really going to have a nice relationship, like as the rest of the year progresses. And no, I don't know what his name is going to be or when you're going to meet him, because I feel like that's your next question. What month is it going to be? I don't know, but I do feel like it is going to be later this year. That's it.
There is a wonderful song in The Rose, the movie The Rose with Bette Midler. I don't know if you ever saw it, but there is a great scene, and Bette's on stage, and she's talking about, I just love being loved. Don't you love being loved? Isn't love grand? I love that whole scene, and that sticks in my head, especially the way she delivers it, because only Bette could deliver it that way. And so when you were just talking about love, I'm like, oh my God, here we go. It's that thing, I just love being loved. Don't you love being loved? Ain't it wonderful being loved?
Maybe it came because she didn't ask about love, and they're like, oh, just tell her love.
Well, I am so happy for you, Karina, because it sounds like this is going to be a good year for you. The one thing I did get, I just got a lot of positive energy. I got a lot of positive energy, and I saw money. I saw coins coming down. And so I think that this year is also going to be a very beneficial year financially for you. I didn't get the love thing because, as you all know, that ain't my thing, but I did get the money thing, and I saw that this is going to be a good year financially. I see some money, I see coins coming down, I see money coming down, so I see an expansion in that. I also see a purchase of a house, or I see you looking for and finding a home, and I see you into a home. And so so don't be surprised if in this situation you find a good deal. And that's going to be strange, because in this marketplace it doesn't make sense, because they're not good deals right now. Things are crazy, but for some reason I'm seeing you get a good deal on a house. So I don't know if it's like a family member sells you a cheap house or something, but somehow you're going to get a less costly home than you would have otherwise. So I'm seeing a home, I'm seeing money, and seeing coins, and so I think this is going to be a great year for you. I see nothing but good things.
Okay, so when you said house, I felt like it was tied to the love. Like the guy that she's going to meet seems to be that he's going to be wealthy. Like he's into tech, or he's into stocks, or he's into something. So he has, some money. Like he got in. He's very knowledgeable in the finance area. And then when you said like a family member, I felt like he's going to know a friend, or somebody's going to give him a good offer. Like that's how it's going to come. But I do feel like this love that you're going to have seems to be going to be like long term. It isn't going to be we got in, we had a baby, we bought a house, we did things too fast, and we broke up. Like it really seems to be a longer term. Like I hear 5-year, 10-year. So I do feel like it's going to be a good thing. But I do see, like when you say a house and you say a family member, I was seeing it as a friend or someone he knows very intimately, giving him this info about the house.
Oh, good. So hopefully we'll get some really good news this year. I do think this is going to be a great year for you. I do. And hello back to you, Jermaine. Nice to have you pop in. Good to see you. Next is Angel Eyes, and Angel Eyes has a general request for a general reading.
Let's see. I immediately see like you in water, and there's a whole bunch of boats, but they're more like not like necessarily a canoe, but what's that kind of? Because a canoe is like is no, well maybe it is like that, but you're paddling yourself, like you are the effort in this boat, and then like there's all kinds of people, and none of you in the water really know what direction you're supposed to be going on, and you end up getting stuck up on this land, or like you end up getting, and they're saying shipwreck, but you end up getting stuck up on this land, and it stops all the emotion, it stops all of the movement, and it's a good thing. Like you feel like, dang it, I got my boat stuck, but it's a good thing for you because it settles you down. It stops all the movement. You've been moving a lot, and you were in water. You seem like you were in shallow waters, and you're too big for the shallow waters that you're in. And so I feel like whatever, when you get like this situation may seem bad, but it ends up being ultimately a good thing for you, is how I see it. And it gets you so much out of the emotions and back into the logical side of everything. And I feel like all those other people around you in the boat were family members, and they didn't know what they were doing either, or they didn't know where they were going either. But this gets you out of that chaos and drama that's going on there, and you get on this land, and you eventually get up out of the boat, and you just walk onto dry land and start. The words I hear is the new life, like a whole new everything. Like I feel like there's going to be a big shakeup in your life, a big change from what you're used to normally, is what I see.
Super, super interesting because I was getting some energy, and I needed to turn to the cards because the cards can generate more energy for me sometimes, but the cards aren't telling me what I need to know. What I'm getting angel eyes is this. I see two different things. First of all, I see a number. I see you traveling a lot this year. I see you traveling more than you've traveled in a while. So I see you taking a number of trips, and those are going to be good for you. But I also see you moving later in the year. I sense that you're moving. I don't see that you're and it's interesting because I don't think that it's planned. I don't think that you've been thinking about it. I don't get that feeling at all. I feel like something happens and spur of the moment, and all of a sudden it's like, you know what, I'm moving. So I don't see you staying. By the end of the year, I don't see you being in the same place you're in right now. I see you moving, and it's not a bad thing. I'm not seeing a bad thing creates this. I'm not seeing a need for whatever. I just see that there something happens to a point where you say, you know what, I'm moving, and you move. And so do not be surprised if you wind up moving before the end of the year. But I do also see trips, and I'm wondering, my what keeps playing in my head is that one of these, I'm wondering if one of these trips, and why I'm seeing both of them together, is during one of these trips, all of a sudden something clicks and you're like, you know what, I need to be here. And so because of the trip, then the move comes because of that. And Angie, you froze, and I wish you could see your face right now in the freeze. That face was like, it was like so perfect. I thought, how perfect of a freeze there.
Because I was right on the money. Like when I said this big event that is going to happen, that is going to be a big drastic change, that's what it is. Like she gets shipwrecked up on this thing, and she's like, oh, well, and she just gets out of the boat. She gets out of the drama, and she moves. She goes on shore, and it's a totally different life. I hear Florida. I don't know what if that's where you're going to go, but I definitely hear it, and I definitely feel like there's a beach, and I see tall buildings. Like I feel like in Florida, like the beach is surrounded by a lot of tall buildings. I don't know. Have I ever been to Florida? I don't think I've ever been to Florida. So I feel like you are going to, but it's going to be a drastic, and it's going to be, like he said, swift and fast. It's just going to be all of a sudden, and it's going to be out of. I feel like maybe, I don't want to say out of strife, but out of a situation that requires your attention, that isn't like the happiest of occasion, but it turns out to be the catalyst that makes a happy occasion. That's how I see it. But definitely.
Yep.
travel, moving.
Yep. So that's what I see: travel and an ultimate move. And so, but I see it's all good. It's all good, and that's for that. So that's a good thing. Hopefully it helped for Angel Eyes. And again, it was wonderful to have breakfast with you guys the other day. And again, when you come in town next time, and JoJo, if you're with them, come on down. And we wanted to get a picture, and I even mentioned it while we're sitting there, and then at the very end, I had to rush out real quick, and I'm thinking, darn, I didn't get the picture.
And we just stood there and talked, and we didn't even think to take the picture either. We just stood there and talked. Several cars moved out of tried to bag out. We had to move over. We just kept moving over. And then come to find out, I think all three of us were parked in a row together.
Oh, is
Like
that right?
she was the white truck and I was the black truck, and I think you were on the other side of her, or maybe on the other side of that, but we were all in the same row.
Yes. And it was a great excuse for me to eat chicken and waffles. Now, waffles aren't the healthiest thing, but I'll be telling you what, that plate was so good. Oh my gosh. I was like, this is a treat, and I'm going to enjoy it every minute.
You know what? That's funny that you say that about waffles, because I just bought me a little miniature waffle maker. You know how they have those little nostalgic appliances in Target, and for some reason I just had to have one. Haven't even opened it or done anything. Just bought some mix the other day to make waffles. Have not made them yet, but I'm gonna make one.
And once you make the mix and you try it, I'll give you the recipe to make your own. You don't need a mix.
Ooh.
And I make them damn good.
Oh, good. Yeah.
If I do say so myself.
All right.
It's funny because of when Angel Eyes and I were talking through with her daughter as well, which was Creating Balance. When we were talking, we talked about this place, and I said it's a happening place, and so I talked about getting in there early and so forth. And then when we showed up, of course, there's nobody there because it was like early, and we were waiting there, and then it's like, okay. And then I'm thinking, they think I'm crazy and then all of a sudden, as things got up, before you know it, by the time we left, there was people
standing outside, and the music kept getting louder and louder and louder. And I noticed they kept changing the genres of what they were playing. Like it seemed like it was easy listening, and then they got a little bit more pop, and then they got a little bit more, and they got louder and louder and louder. But it was nice.
It was crazy, and people were waiting in droves to get into that place. So it was,
yep. They were sitting outside, inside, everywhere. Yep.
Yes, and next time we need to do sugar jams. Yes. It opens 1 hour later. That's why I chose this one instead. But next time.
Okay. But you know what? My sister was gonna go there one time, and she said that they you needed to make a reservation. I think they were already full, so they ended up going to the house, the one in Chandler, instead of going to Sugar Jam. But yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
It was good. It was good though. Oh my goodness. And the plate was ample, the food, oh man. And the company was fantastic. We enjoyed having the conversation. It was great. With that said, let's get back to it. People probably saying, what? Is this a tarot reading site, a psychic reading site, or a gossip site?
Well, we get it all.
Wendy Williams. Can we talk?
Got you, Wendy. We do it all.
Butter, smooth as butter. Oh my gosh. Anyway, that's Barbara Streisand. That's the thing on Eternal Life, by the way, for people who don't know it. I love that skit. Anyway, next is Heart's Love.
Joe. Oh, okay, I like that.
Does Jackson have romantic feelings toward me and wants to ask me out on a date?
Okay. I feel like you've had several interactions, and if he was going to, he would. I don't feel like he's the Keena says she think that person is gone, but let me just say this in case you're not gone. I feel like Jackson is the type of person where if Jackson is a he. Okay. If Jackson wanted to ask you out, he or she would have already asked you out. I don't feel like there's a situation where he's timid or anything like that. I feel like you kind of hang around wherever he is, hoping that he will, and he just has not. And I don't think that he will. And I don't think that it's kind of like, oh, he doesn't know that you like him. I just don't see that there's attraction in that way. Not that he doesn't like you, but I just don't feel like there's an attraction in that way. between you two. And I don't even know that there's anybody else that he's seen, but I just don't think that he sees you in that way. And not to say that you're not attractive, just I don't think that he sees you in that
Ditto. Another ghost reference. Ditto. So, and with that said,
way.
let's.
Oh, I
move
want
on.
to watch that.
It's been a while since I've seen that one. It's amazing. Shanta Thompson, love reading. Can you tell me who is it that's in love with me?
Is there somebody named Brian? I meet as he read the question, I heard Brian. So is there a Brian or someone that may be in love? Brian, Ryan, like the names don't always it may sound like Brian, sound like Ryan, but somewhere along the lines I feel like that is the person that may be interested in you. As soon as Don got to the last thing, I heard that name. So Brian, Ryan, something around that name that will rhyme with or start with that kind of choice. I feel I see a green shirt. This person has on a green shirt, so maybe you've seen this person in a green shirt, but not like it's a weird color green, not like maybe it would be the color like if you would just see a dollar bill or money, like that kind of green, like that kind of off green color that isn't quite, I don't know what the green would be. Oh wait, nope, not like that green either. I don't know, but a different kind of green. Like he has on a green shirt, and I feel like he's kind of got like broad kind of shoulders. Like I feel like he's a bigger guy, not like, I don't know, I say huge guy, but he's like I don't know, muscular guy or something like that. Like he's a big guy. And I feel like you two have either you've had lunch or dinner or some kind of meal together, or you will have it coming up. But I definitely feel a male energy in your around you that is interested in you. But he seems to be a quiet, not like a quiet person. Like he's not one of those, hey, how you doing? Like he's not a player type. Like I don't get that Ace of Wands or that Knight of Wands. Is it Knight of Wands, Don, where they just rush in and it's the lover?
Knight of Swords.
Okay, yeah. I don't get that kind of energy. I get that this is more of a quiet, down to earth type, more like person. And he's not in it for just a wham bam, thank you, ma'am. Like he would be more of a serious person, but he also would kind of try to see if you're a lady. Like he wants a lady. He doesn't want like what's out in social media and everything now. He wants more of a lady. So be mindful of that also.
I'm seeing I think I'm on the same energy. It's a man with a little bit darker skin, and so he's like I wouldn't say mid-tone African American, but he's a little bit darker than that, and he has tattoos on his forearm. I see a tattoo on his forearm, but it kind of blends a little bit with the color, so it doesn't stand. It's not garish. It doesn't stand out, but it's there, and it's like a it's interesting because it's like it's like an animal and something some kind of image around an animal. So it's like maybe like a wolf or something. I don't know. It's like a dog or a wolf or something. I don't know what that means and why, but I'm just drawn to this tattoo. And so it's on the forearm, and it kind of blends a little bit with the skin, so it doesn't stand out a lot. It's not very colorful, but that's what I'm getting. I also see that again he has it's interesting. He has great cheekbones, and he has his like almond shaped eyes. What I'm getting, and they're kind of a little bit lighter toned. I'm getting like little dreads. He doesn't have like long dreads, but he has like little dreads. I'm getting yeah. He just kind of he's a very quiet, not very forceful person. He's just kind of he likes being in the room, but not being the center of attention. That's what he is kind of
He
going.
watches.
Yes, he definitely watches. He doesn't wear glasses. He's not somebody who wears glasses. Doesn't have a need to. And I don't see. It's interesting because he's like shaking his hands, but I don't see a lot of. So I think it's the same. No jewelry. He doesn't wear a lot of jewelry and stuff. He's not like embellishments. He doesn't. That's not his thing. He's about 6'2", 6'3". He's kind of tall. He's not kind of. He is tall. 6'2", 6'3". He's 6'2" or 6'3" in that range. but he is big. He's built big. He's not like he's just built big, and so
Yeah.
kind of when he walks in, he has a presence because of his physical presence. It's not because of his gregariousness. It's not that. He's big, and so he walks in, and it's interesting because it's somebody who this person doesn't come with baggage. I was trying to connect to kids. He doesn't have kids. He's not somebody who has baggage. He doesn't bring previous relationships with him. He's just very comfortable, very confident in himself, and he has a real nice air about him. So that's who's coming in. That's who is in love with you. That's somebody who will be with you, and I think that's going to be a great.
Spirit said, I hope you like to cook because he likes to eat. Like I see, but hearty meals, like it's something simple like beans and cornbread or something like that. Like he likes hearty food. And he also is a person who will like keep the house in order, like he will repair things. So that's when you said no jewelry, they showed him like being a person who would like keep the house in order. Like if you owned a house, he would keep it up to date. Like he wouldn't let things fall apart, and you wouldn't have to call people in because he would just know how to do that. He's mature, like he's ready to settle down.
Yeah, I also get Southern. He's Southern, and he has like it's not a strong accent, but there's a bit of an accent there. I'm getting the Southern kind of gentility, and red beans and rice. So
See, that's what I said. The beans and the cornbread. Yeah.
red beans and rice. Yep. So that's what we have for you, Shanta. Hopefully it helped you. Hopefully
And you better still be on here, Shanta, because I think that you asked several times if you were on this list, and we just gave you a very good love reading. Very good.
absolutely. And let us know. Give us information. Give us some feedback, Shanta. Next is Libra 81.
Okay.
And Libra 81 is asking a specific question, which I'm slowly moving over to the thing so I can post it. Did it post?
Well, I see it over on the chat before I see it down at the bottom.
There we go. I'm Toya, and I have a son named Caden. And what to know if his father named Tay is deciding to stay away and distance. No relationship, just had my son by him.
And I'm thrown off by the name Tay because I know someone named Tay. So I'm going to have to dig deep into this question. But Don, if you get anything, you can go ahead and go first. While I try to dig in, I may have to go to the cards on this because I have such an aversion to the name Tay.
Well, I guess I have a question for the questioner, and then is that you're asking, is he deciding to stay away in distance, or you're saying that he is already? So I guess I'm not sure I understand the question. It sounds like he's already staying away and distancing. So is there another implied question there that I'm missing? And again, am I getting too deep into the woods? Because you're saying I have a son, his father's this. It sounds like he is deciding to stay away in distance. No relationship, just had my son by him. What is the question? I don't understand what that question specifically. I don't follow.
I'm going to take the names out. Let's see. I have a son and want to know if his father is deciding to stay away in distance. So if you take the names out, it's a little bit easier. He is away. Will he decide to come around? Okay, so he is away. She wants to know if he'll come back. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. That's what I was missing because I was like, he's already. So yeah. Okay. Good.
Is it something to do with child support or finances, or is he afraid that you're going to file child support, or did you file child support? I feel like whatever is keeping him away is financial. And I heard the word child support, so I don't know if that's the reason that he's staying away. Will he come back? As I ask that question, I hear eventually, but not in the way that I think you want to, or not as soon as you would like him to. Like, I feel like he will eventually mature and realize that you two have a child that he should probably get to know, but I don't feel like he'll be back soon, or that he'll be back in the way that you want. Like, you said there's no relationship, but I feel like maybe there's a glimmer of hope. Like, if there was a little bit of flame, like down in the bottom edges of your heart, it would be there and he could light it for you. Yeah, it seems to be financial. So it's either work or child support or something to do with finances that pushed him away. Um, pushed him away. Due to other, he's not, okay. No, he's not for my child, but he's been away due to other females. It, the tie that they're clearly showing me has to do with money. So either the money is going to the females or he's getting money from the females, but he's just not in the mindset of being a father right now. I don't feel like he's in that, like, I feel like you matured, like you had the baby, and you, this is my responsibility, this is what I need, and he's just not there yet. He's still out playing around. And now I do get that wands energy from this person, or swords energy, like he's just a player. Like, I don't feel like he is ready for that responsibility yet. And if he comes around, I feel like it will be like uh oil and water. Like, you two would, like, I feel like you argue a lot, or that you would argue a lot. I just don't feel like he's ready for that responsibility, and so he's staying away. And I feel like um yeah, I just feel like he's just not ready for the responsibility, and you were hoping that he would be that. Like, you want to, like, I feel like you want to break a generational thing, and you want your child to have their father in their life, and he's just not, like, like, I don't feel like he's any different than the person that you met. Like, I feel like he was truthful in the way that he acted, and you saw this in a relationship, and you ended up getting pregnant, or you thought maybe the baby might change him. But I feel like he's exactly who he was. He just wasn't ready for it, and where a baby may have changed you, it didn't change him, and he's just not ready for it. And later in life, he may, I hear 5, so maybe your child will be 5 or 6 or something like that, or maybe in 5 years, whatever the 5 is. But I don't feel like he's going to come around anytime soon and be what you need him to be. Even if he does come back, it'll be, and these are the words that I hear, a wham bam, thank you, ma'am. Like, I don't feel like he'll be what you want him to be. Like, he'll be um like, I do feel like you have something deep in your heart. Like, if he came back, that would be good for you. And if he settled down, but that's just not where he is mentally. And that's all I get.
For me, I get a little about the same situation, the same the ultimate. What is the, let me try this in English. Boy, that was hard. Lord have mercy. I get the same general feeling, but my feeling is this: is that he left and he's gone. You hoped for something more, and you do have a little part of you um, that wishes that something more could happen. But I also sense that there was a lot of tension between the two of you at one point, and it was just too much. And he's like, you know what, this is too difficult. I'm out of here. I'm checking out, and he checked out. So I'm getting the feeling like, again, you guys, even if you, I get the sense that there was a lot of tension, and some of the tension maybe around the baby, but not the baby, but it's because you were hoping for something more. And when he came, it was only the child. You were kind of frustrated and so forth. So my thinking, what I'm getting, the feeling I'm getting is that he moved on, and he's staying away because it's easier than coming around and then having to deal with the confrontations and all the stuff that blows up around it. So, and even that comes with the money and the child support and everything else. So for me, it was this, he it was more than he wanted, and he's like, I'm checking out, I'm gone, and that's what he did, and he's moved on. And if anything, what I would suggest is that while it may be good to hope or whatever, I would not be putting hope on this situation, because I think that this is past.
Yeah, I don't feel like he was deceptive in who he was. Like, I feel like he presented himself the way that he was, and there was just a hope, like, like a dreamy energy to it. Like, oh, he was this, and like, if it would have worked, it would have been great for you. And I feel like there's a different love coming in for you, because I heard love coming in. So it won't be him, but you will find somebody different. But you have to first kind of dissolve this desire for him. Like, it may not be an active thing that you're actively acting on, but I feel like you have to dissolve that, and then this person will show up, and he will be the dad that you want for your child. Like, I do see a male in his life, but I don't see it being that person. But I do feel like you will find love. You, like, just as long as you're not desperately seeking Susan.
Yeah. Again, I know that you have not been in a relationship, and that's not what I'm saying. I don't think that's what Angie's implying so much. I think what we're saying is that I believe the energy I'm getting is saying that you were hoping that there would be a relationship, and that never took root. And for him, it was too much. I got too much. Again, I'm getting too much struggle, too much grief, too much hassle, too much arguing or whatever. I don't know. It's a lot of, and he was like, no, I don't need this around me. So he moved on. He doesn't, because of all that, he doesn't need that drama and that complication in his life. And I'm not saying you're dramatic. Please don't go there. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is that when he comes around, and when you are in a certain mood and he's in a certain mood, it's like fire and water, or oil and water, whatever, they don't mix. And so I just get the feeling like he it's better for him, more healthy for him to be away. And also, so unfortunately, your son pays the price in that regard. But I do believe there's a little part of you that wishes that something else would be maybe be there. So that's what I'm saying.
Oh gosh. That's what I was gonna say. I just don't feel like he's mature enough yet for the level of relationship that you want.
Hopefully it helped you. Hopefully you'll see, Libra, that this is definitely something that is going to be beneficial to you down the road. Okay, it may not seem like now, but it will be, and I'm hoping that works out for you. Next is Emilyn Hall. May I have a general reading, please? Yes, Amy Lynn Hall, you may have a general reading. I love the way she asked the question. It's nice. It's nice. Amy Lynn, I've got something that came right through to me quickly. Usually Angie goes first, but I'm going to jump right in.
Go ahead.
Amy Lynn, I love the name. I just love the Amy Lynn. Amy Lynn.
Don't it just seem like a little Southern girl? Like, I feel like I was in a down south church.
Exactly. Can we get some mint juleps and eat and drink them on the veranda?
Some sweet tea with lemon.
A sweet tea, absolutely. Hell far.
Look, Terry T said that he likes the conversation. He likes the stories. I bet he's over there just cackling at us right now.
Oh God. And do not take this the wrong way, anybody in the South. I love the Southern accent. So for me, when I embrace it and I try it, it's because I love it. I do not make fun of it. I enjoy it very much.
Yes.
And I have people
and I just heard designing women. Like, that's what I feel like now.
Yes. And Julia Sugarbaker. I love Julia. And of course, Suzanne. I love them all. They were great. Amy Lynn, it's funny, Amy Lynn, when your name came across the screen and as it popped up, I had such a great feeling, such a wonderful, warm feeling. I get the feeling there's just a wonderful person there. I'm getting the feeling like you are, I don't know. I get the feeling like you're the person that everybody comes to. I instantly felt that you're the person everybody comes to. Everybody dumps their stuff on you, and unfortunately, one of the side effects of that, of course, is that you don't have anybody to go to yourself. So there's nobody really for you to run to and talk to because everybody's dumping on you. Not dumping on you, they're dumping their material on you. They're dumping their conversations on you, and you don't mind that. And actually, you're kind of built for that because it's interesting because I feel like you have some healing powers. You have healing energy in you. And so if I were you, Amy Lynn, I would be looking to find a way to connect to somebody who can teach me how to use my healing powers. That's why people come to you. That's why people turn to you. That's why people always come to you to have conversations with, because even though it's not the words you use, it's that energy, that healing energy that you push forward. You don't even know you're doing it. And it's wonderful. There are healers out there who would work a lifetime to have that ability to make that be able the way to touch. And yet you have it naturally. So Amy, if I were you, if you've ever thought about getting into and dabbling in metaphysicals, and you may be already a healer, I don't know, because we don't know you, but you may already be a healer. You already may know that you are a healer, but I would not be surprised if you are, if you haven't been yet haven't gone in that territory, don't be surprised if you start doing it. Because I think that would be a wonderful place for you. Your energies are all over that. I mean, I see light, I see energy. I also don't see you as a very big person. I see you as a smaller person, which is interesting because, again, you put off this big aura, you big energy. I see yellows and whites. I see tons of yellows and whites around you. I see this, and it's vibrations. Your vibration is very high as well. So I can see why people are drawn to you. The other thing that I'm getting is that I'm seeing that as the summer comes, it's like all of a sudden some things shift in you and in your life. And I would not be surprised if you are also looking at a change in career and a change in location. There's something that's driving you, compelling you to move somewhere. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's a relationship or what, but for some reason, I'm seeing you compelled to maybe make a move, make a change. So don't be surprised if you take a job someplace else in the summertime and you relocate. That I also see. Other than that, I don't see much else. What do you have, Angie?
Immediately I saw a church, so that's why I thought. So I feel like you have a ministry or you have something to do with religion where you minister to people. So you do encounter a lot of people. And the only card that came out when I shuffled was the Nine of Swords. So I feel like you do take on everybody's burdens. Like you are feverishly working to take care of everybody else, to the neglect of yourself. But I feel like you do have a ministry, like you do have like Don says, people are drawn to you for your wisdom, for whatever. But I do feel like you want to get outside of the halls of the church, and that is a calling that is coming on you. Like I feel like you're very steeped in religion. Like if you're down south, like if you're in that maybe Texas. Thank you, Sherry Berry. Sherry is texting me. And she said, "I feel like down south Texas." So I kept thinking down south. So when she said Texas, I kind of saw that church across. So I do feel like there's some religious ties, but I feel like you're kind of wanting to break off. Like I feel like I feel like your robe is falling, but I also feel like that skin is falling because you know that there is a bigger ministry that you could reach if you went more spiritual and less doctorate. Is how I feel. Like I feel like you're a very sweet person, and I do feel like you have a beautiful, like a very strong accent. Like people would just love talking to you, like because it would be like kind of talking to Sugar Baker. Was it Joanne? Sugar Baker? From Designing Women.
Julia and
Julia, yes. I feel like you kind of have a strong accent like that, and so people do love talking to you. But you're no nonsense. Like you know when to use a gentle hand, and you know how to use a more powerful, get you together without cussing you out type of conversation. Like you seem to be right in the middle of knowing how to say what you need to say and get your point across. So I do feel like you are very much in ministry, and you're empathic. Like you really do help people out in the community, and you're just going to be eventually embracing that more spiritual side. And that's it.
well, super helpful. Thank you, and we will see. Hopefully, good news coming your way. With that said, next is Sherry Berry, and Sherry Berry is asking for a relationship Reading.
Really, Sherry Berry? Like, seriously?
Like, have you been watching?
You know how much I love reading. Let me see. They show me you in a boat trying to, like, you are the Six of Swords, how they're in a boat and someone's transitioning them over. I feel like you're in this boat alone and you're trying to pull away, but there is, and this is the word they use, a beggar who keeps drawing you back to the dock, back to the shore, because this person seems to be like torn and tethered and standing on the dock, and you keep going away, and then you see them wantingly pulling you back in, because there's an emotional tie. There's water. The water isn't volatile or anything like that. The water is smooth, and if you would just go, you could just go. But this person keeps drawing you back to the shore, and whatever you want is on the other side. Like if you look at the shoreline to where you're supposed to be going, it's a whole new city. Like this is a deserted land where this person is, and there's a whole nother city with new opportunities over there where you're supposed to be going, but this person keeps drawing you back. And I feel like you're trying to get away, but whatever it is, it's their energy. Like I don't feel like that you're moving yourself back to this person. This energy is drawing you back because there is a deep connection with this person, and there's a deep care on your side, but this person does not seem to be the word that they're using. He's an opportunist. It's kind of how I see like it is, but you have such a giving, such a loving spirit that you want someone, or you want to save this person. Like you can't save this person. This person is not, and this is spirit, this is not me, is not going to change. And so you need to just go ahead and transition away from that person to where you know it could be better. Do I see a romantic partner? I don't see one, but I do see that if you keep coming back to this person, you won't even get the possibility, because I feel like there's a whole bunch of opportunities once you let this person go. Like I feel like you're not getting the financial opportunities, because if you get them, this person will absorb your finances in a negative way. So that's how I see it.
I'm going to have to turn to the card. Nada. Nada, nada, nada. Well, if you're in a relationship now, there's going to be change. A lot of pessimism around the situation.
I feel like they're going to make a special gun card and just put that in there so you can shoot her with
it. So sorry, Sherry. I would love to give you more positive, but it's like, oh man, it's interesting because I'm told to focus on your family more than your relationship. Your family comes first, so focus on your family. Your family needs that need to come in. You got into this relationship, you kind of a little too quickly maybe, and a little with again, I don't know if you're in a relationship, but if you're in a relationship, again, you got into it too quickly, and you kind of you acted rashly, and now you kind of want to make it fit, but it's just not there. You need to take control of your power, own your power, be in your power, and make the determinations that you need to make. You're going to rise above it. You're going to rise above it, which is nice. You're going to get through this. But yeah, I'm not getting a good feeling. So again, if you're in a relationship now, I don't see this as being the relationship that's going to be healthy for you. And if you're not in a relationship, then I don't know how the hell to read those cards because they're kind of implying that there's a relationship there or something. And so, but most importantly, it's like, don't rush in. If I, to be honest with you, when I saw that, no matter what, it's like, don't rush into a relationship. Make sure that you go in with your eyes wide open and you know what you want, because that's what that rushing in card's warning. It's warning, don't go into a relationship without first knowing what you want, because if you rush into a relationship, it's doomed to fail otherwise. And what was the other card that I saw there? Oh, the death card. Change is coming. So if you're not in a relationship, the good part is that death card tells you that change is coming. So maybe you're going to be going into a relationship. And if you are going into a relationship, make sure you pay attention to the sword, the Knight of Swords, which again is that energy saying that don't rush in. So again, take your time, pace yourself, make sure you know what's coming along the way. But most importantly, pay attention to family. And if you're going into a new relationship, make sure the person you're looking at is very family oriented, because that's why that family card came up. Then again, if it is that, then it's somebody who appreciates family, because that's important. That's what I'm getting. Anything else you have there, Shauna? Oh my God.
Angie, yes. They're saying that your spiritual practices aren't going to break it, like cord cutting, spell work, none of that is going to cut it. It's literally going to be your logical mind moving you on. Like, you're not going to be able to use any of your spiritual practices to break this. But gosh, what was I gonna say? Can't use your spiritual practices. You have to naturally break this. But once you do, I do feel like love is coming, like a no, that isn't where I was going. Okay. So your exes, you still assist them more than you should. Like, oh, if they have a problem, oh well, you had a family emergency, let me help out. You are very much involved. Wow, was I going to say something mean? Because I certainly was about to choke. Um, Sherry Berry, why are you doing this to me? But I feel like you are too involved in your past relationships' lives. Like, and not because you want them in any kind of way, but just because you're too kind-hearted, and so you intermingle and you help them out in ways that you don't have to. Like, you don't have to, but you're like, oh, I feel bad. Like, this was my ex, or this is whatever, or this is anything. So you you definitely give too much to your past relationships, and so you just you know, um, need to just kind of step away, or whatever you need to do. Like, it's going to take your logical mind. Like, I feel like everything that you do to break away from this person, change your number, block their number, block them on social media, they still find a way to get to you. And it's just going to take your logical mind, like not responding, not being available for them to kind of get it, or for you to detach. They may not ever get it, but for you to detach and for you to move to that next level where you're ready to find love. But because I do see it, but it's kind of like I see it down a tunnel. Like, if there was a light at the end of the tunnel, this person is the light at the end of the tunnel, but it's all this other stuff in between that has to end before. And then I see the death card that Don already showed. So yes.
Well, Jerry, I hope that not the thing is that there's something coming eventually, and but most
And always
importantly,
remember, Don gave you the two bad cards, the devil and the death card. That was it.
oh yes, and it's what I always tell everybody. Are you sure you want me to give you a reading? I don't know. I'm just not like that. And so Sherry says, "Wow, I don't talk to any of them." Low. The change is good. Yes, change is good. Change is good. Absolutely. With that said, let's take the next one, and the next one is Jantu Loya Chavez, but I don't have a question. Kina, did we have a question? Oh, here it is. Will financial? Here we go. I'm sorry. I see it. My bad. Here we go. There we go. Didn't pop up.
Okay.
There we go. Will financial things in our family look more positive? General is okay too.
As I read that, I heard an immediate yes. I feel like the spouse is about to get a new opportunity. like I feel like if they're like I feel like there's a spouse or there's a significant other or there's somebody else. Like I don't say this to say that you're not. I feel like somebody else in the household is about to get this career opportunity or this advancement or something that is going to be a very big boost in income. I hear 50, so I don't know if that's 50% more, 50,000, or what it is, but I hear a 50 very loudly in my ear, and that it will be exactly what you need to get you. Like I feel like you're in a financial deficit or you're in a financial hole, and I feel like this will be that boost and that it'll put you back on solid footing, and then you will start to progress. So I feel like this other person is going to be the first person to get the opportunity, and then as you two get on solid footing working together, you'll also get something too. And that's it.
As soon as I started moving over the question, I heard a cash register ring, and so I thought it's interesting. I had not read it yet, so I didn't know exactly. I saw the bill, the being in financial, and then I heard the cash register ring. So yeah, I think that your finances are going to turn around. I think that there's something major coming that's going to shift this, which is good. I would suggest that you don't rest on your laurels. Don't rest on what we're telling you. I would continue to make things happen because, again, we don't make things happen. We only tell you the energy around you. But yes, things are coming and changing, and I hear the cash register ring. I hear that yeah, and it's interesting because I'm also feeling like there's some purchases, some things that you have postponed, some things that you have not had the resources nor had the opportunity to take care of, and they're coming along, which is good. I'm also getting the feeling of oh damn, I can't think of the word. I'm getting the feeling of God. It's like a feel. Oh God, I hate this. I hate when I can't find the word. Oh my gosh, I'm getting this feeling of it's like you feel isolated. You feel like you're kind of you're alone, and that and the problem you're like it's for some reason you've taken this in on yourself, and you've brought this into yourself, and you feel like you can't share with other people, and you don't really want to discuss it with other people, but you should have felt comfortable to do that because you have friends around you who would help and pull up the load for you. So the good part is once you get through this, you need to also make sure that you reach out and connect to your friends, because you have kind of alienated yourself a little bit from your friends, and they wondered why you have kind of alienated yourself, and it's because of your finances, but they don't know that. And so they're thinking, have they done something wrong? What happened to create the problem in your relationship? And so you need to reconnect with your friends and rebuild those relationships, because I think some of the relationships you have with your friends were strained because of your financial situation and your pride in not wanting to discuss it with them and making sure that they understood some of the situation going on in your life. And that happens. So if I were you, as things right now, actually, don't wait for things to change. I would be reaching out to my friends and connecting again and rebuilding those networks, because those networks are important. That's one thing that's coming through very, very clearly. Again, you kind of isolated yourself, and again, your friends want to be there for you. They don't give a damn how much you have, how little you have. They want to be there for you. So reach out to your friends, make those connections again. You again, they shouldn't feel like they did something wrong, and they shouldn't feel like you pulled back for something that they did when they didn't do anything. So before that cash register starts ringing, reach out to your friends and reconnect. That's important. Anything
Yeah.
else you have, Angie?
Nope, I just see the same thing I saw, that the spouse or the significant other I feel, will be the first person to get the advance or get the increase in income.
Super. Well, with that said, I think we are done. Our list is ended, and we did it under 4 hours.
Whoa, we did it fast.
Yes. So what's on the plans for the weekend for the birthday, Angie, before we go?
Nothing. Everybody keeps
What?
asking me, and I don't have anything.
Oh my goodness.
I've been invited to like everybody's like, can I take you to dinner? You want to go to dinner? Let me fix your dinner. And I keep saying, okay. I haven't committed to not a single thing yet. I have nothing planned at all. Keena's asked me. My other sisters asked me. My son's dad has asked me. Like so many people keeps asking me. What do you want to do? Where you want to go? What? I don't know. I don't. Only thing I know for certain is that I want nothing but cakes. People, Keena, Keisha. Like I do know that I want nothing but cakes, but I don't know anything else I want. And I was thinking like of a couple different restaurants I wanted to go to because I want gumbo, but that's about it.
So
I don't
you said you went nothing but cakes?
nothing but cakes, the little cakes
Oh,
that
I
are
love those.
nothing
Yes.
but cake.
Right? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I
Yes.
want that. And what flavor? Well, they don't have pumpkin spice anymore, cherry berry. So I want probably I don't know, because they usually have seasonal good ones. But I like is there a strawberry one or a raspberry one? Lemon is always good. You know what? I don't care. Whatever you bring, I'm going to eat, so it doesn't matter. I'm going to eat it, so whatever. Um, but Keena, don't try to jump in now and say
You up here requesting these nothing but cakes, like we don't
red velvet.
always
Yes, I
get
like that, Sherry.
nothing but cakes. Sherry, don't you get her them cakes? We already getting them. Don't you get them cakes? She already know that we get the variety pack. Either the regular or the seasonal. Do not act like that.
So that's all I know I want is nothing but cakes. I've sent out multiple lists. Everybody's like, what do you want? Blah, blah, blah. And I literally have no plans or anything. But Keena is one to talk because we were supposed to go out to her for her birthday and we didn't go anywhere. We all ended up.
You know what I was doing for my birthday? Getting a COVID test, okay?
Oh.
And, and I banned her from my house. I said, oh yeah, don't come over my house.
Right.
That's sisterly love right there. I love you, but keep your COVID.
Literally.
Happy birthday from afar.
Right. You didn't even drop off my plate in the parking lot.
I seriously do not know what I'm going to do. They even invited me to do stuff last week and I didn't go. So I don't know.
And if everybody hasn't guessed that Keena is Angie's sister, and Keena is also the moderator. This is the keeper of the list.
This is who be yelling at y'all. Look at her good, people. Look at her
good. No. Listen, I'll be trying my best. It's like 8 platforms. So listen, be as patient as possible. I understand y'all only see like 2 or 3 people in your particular chat, but for us, it all comes into one. And so it's like one long list, and I keep up as fast as I can. So thank you for those of you guys who wait around.
No, don't she even sound snappy when she said,
listen. Listen, Angie, don't do it. I'm just saying.
Oh yeah, but Don, I actually have nothing planned. But let me say this, Don. Remember when we came over to deal with Samuel? You cooked this chicken dinner or something, some chicken and pasta or something. Keena has not stopped talking about it yet. She's like, I have to find out what it was.
I have.
I was like, just ask what it was. Like, I don't even remember because I remember we brought it home.
I haven't brought it up in a while.
It home.
It was chicken and cream sauce, I think, right? It was.
I think so.
Yes, it was. I don't know what it was, but it was good. It was great.
He has not stopped talking about it. And I was like, just ask what it was.
He can't even remember what it was. It was good.
No, I'm almost certain it's chicken and cream sauce. I'll have to send you the recipe. Yeah,
or just
better, have to make some. Exactly.
Yeah, make it for us.
Send it to you.
Send it. I'll drive out for food. You know I'll drive.
Listen.
Angie's
like, I travel for food.
Yeah. Listen, y'all whipped through them readings today. Y'all got through them fast.
We did really, really good.
Yes, we did.
Can I ask a yes/no question? Empress. Well, I mean, what is it, Empress?
Okay, I'm going now. Bye.
All right. Now that we're all done, I feel like, well, should we still be on there? Like, what happened? It was fun. I really enjoyed talking to everybody. Terry T, like, you feel like a family energy. Like, you feel like a cousin. Like, you literally feel like a cousin to me. And so it was just nice joking with you. Sherry Berry was disturbing me. So every time I looked down, it was Sherry Berry texting me something wildly funny or inappropriate or something in some kind of way.
Both.
Right. And so I'm just laughing and laughing and laughing. But that's it. Like tonight was a good night. Like I had fun. I can't wait until we're like on TV. Wendy, I'm here for you. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Hey,
Like I'm ready to be there.
Sherry Shepherd doesn't work out, Angie's on deck.
Right. Look, no, me and Don are a team. Like this banter doesn't come alone. We are a team. Like
There
you
you
gotta
go. I
come
like
get
that.
both. Look how we look on screen. People gonna be like, who is that girl with that man? Like, who is these people out here? They're gonna think that we're the odd couple, and that's why we're going to be. So look, everybody, y'all, if y'all want to do us a favor, look, tag Oprah, tag Beyonce, tag Sherry, tag Wendy, tag own TV network, tag somebody and tell them to look at us. We are funny. Like we could do this live on TV.
Exactly.
And that's it. Oh, and did you see that Wendy was in here? I want to say hi to Wendy. I think we missed her earlier.
Oh
Her
yeah.
and Sherry were
Wendy.
having a nice long conversation, but yeah. So just hi. Thanks, Angie and Don, both lovely people. So positive. Remember, Don will be on tomorrow, Terry. So you
8 a.m.
8 a.m.
Absolutely. Yep. And Wendy, we're sending healing love and energy to you for your leg. So.
Oh, you know, I never did even find out like if she got good news when she went to the doctor.
You know, I asked her the other day, and I didn't even. We got tied. Somebody came into the conversation, and we didn't.
Oh,
same
okay.
thing.
I hope so. I thought that it was going to be better than she thought that it was going to be. Like they were going to be like, oh, okay, it's healing better. Like I felt like she was receiving a lot of healing energy. So.
Yeah. Yep. That's
So
for sure.
Sherry Berry, I would like to say this. You weren't there Monday to give me a hug. There was another person in class that said, Spirit told me to give you a hug. And I was like, oh my gosh, let me tell you. So I told him the whole long story about how you used to give me hugs all the time and you are never there anymore. And so he gave me a hug and he said, oh, well, Spirit told me to do it because she abandoned you.
That's
so
a
he
guilt
gave
trip.
me a hug.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Well, with that, we're going to get out of here. Angie, it was wonderful. Happy birthday out. You know I would talk to you before then. And let me know when your package arrives. I'm curious to see what you think about it.
I'm going to do an open video. Like, I'm going to do it all online.
Nice. I love that. Maybe you can do a reveal, and then we'll play it here, too. That'd be kind of cool.
Ooh. Oh, yeah. I'll do that. Definitely.
Yep,
I will.
Absolutely.
I'll come on and let you guys know. Thank you, Sherry.
All right, everybody. Take care. And we appreciate everything.
Bye.
Y'all take care. Bye.